See for yourself. Open your eyes and know for yourself.
Guide us now, yeah. Our people need to see the light. Turn it up right. We will fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Say from him slip up all eyes on him. I defend the people, them set spice on him. Evil politicians spread lies on him. But we know the bugger them not wise like him. Back up, them not ties on him. Them know say that the people rely on him. You know say them bring out them cries through him. That's why all the people them respect him. Just like Selassie and Marcus Garvey. Rock you all the order of the Trinity. A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm you. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. How long them a gonna know say that them fire can't cool? How long them a go check our people for food? Nah build no houses, them nah build no school. Think them have the handle but of the most I rule. Them better stop criticizing. Cause what them a do now phase him. You know the man no lazy. All them a talk, them a the one way crazy. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk them life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Say from him slip up all eyes on him. I defend the people, them set spice on him. Evil politicians spread lies on him. But we know the bugger them not wise like him. Back up, them not no ties on him. Them know say that the people rely on him. You know say them bring out them cries through him. That's why all the people them respect him. Just like Selassie and Marcus Garvey. The man hold the order of the Trinity. A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm you. every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Him fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Him fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Most High Jah, guide us now, yeah. Our people need to see the light. Turn it up right. He will fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Will fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Say from him slip up all eyes on him. I defend the people, them said spice on him. Evil politicians spread lies on him. But we know the bugger them not wise like him. Back up, them not ties on him. Them know said that the people rely upon him. You know said them bring out them cries through him. That's why all the people them respect him. Just like Selassie and Marcus Garvey. Rock you all the order of the Trinity. A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm you. Well fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Well fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. How long them a gonna know say that them fire can't cool? How long them a gonna take our people for fool? Nah build no houses, them nah build no school. Think them have the handle but of the most high rule. Them better stop criticizing. Cause what them a do now phase him. You know the man no lazy. All them a talk, them are the one right crazy. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Say from him step up all eyes on him. I defend the people, them set spice on him. Evil politicians spread lies on him. But we know the bugger them not wise like him. Back up, them not ties on him. Them know said that the people rely upon him. You know said them bring out them cries through him. That's why all the people them respect him. Just like Selassie and Marcus Garvey. The man hold the harder of the Trinity. A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm you. Them fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Them fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Them fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Most High Jah, guide us now, yeah. Our people need to see the light. Turn it up right. He will fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Say from him slip up all eyes on him. I defend the people, them set spice on him. Evil politicians spread lies on him. But we know the bugger them not wise like him. Back up, them not ties on him. Them know said that the people rely upon him. You know said them bring out them cries through him. That's why all the people them respect him. Just like Selassie and Marcus Garvey. Ratty hold the order of the Trinity. A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm me. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. How long them a gonna know say that them fire can't cool? How long them a gonna take our people for fool? Nah build no houses, them nah build no school. Think them up the handle but of the most I rule. Them better stop criticizing. Cause what them a do now phase him. You know the man no lazy. All them a talk, them a the one way crazy. We'll fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. We'll fight for the
Mike. Good evening, one and all, my lovely people. Good evening. Oh, it's been a hectic week so far. Every week is hectic, but this week is, I don't know, extremely hectic with all that is going on in our lovely island paradise. Plus, I've got some other things I've got to take care of. I won't be with you too long tonight, I promise you, because I have a hearing that I have to prepare for. I started preparing for it, and it's going to be tomorrow morning early. So forgive me if we have to cut up, but we're going to turn on the phone line and we're going to discuss a few topics before we go. So, we missed last week and we're here tonight. And we have catching up to do, right? Yeah, indeed. So look, make we start out with blessing up the people, blessing up our people. Of course, we want to start out with, people always say start out with the Almighty, of course. And then we want to start out with all the people who made this thing possible. And when I say this thing, I'm talking about the Rattigan thing. Lots of people. But we want to focus tonight on just the inner circle. And you, our loyal supporters. We have producer Joan, and we have producer OT. And as you know, Wednesday night is OT's night. Saturday is Joan's night. But we just say that in terms of trying to get some organization into the thing. But everybody works on all of these shows. And then we have Kevin. In fact, we were just on the line with Kevin a while ago. I was just on the line with producer Joan, as a matter of fact. And OT, she's been on the line with me all day, trying to make sure that tonight's production is a success, as usual. So she provided me with like a million topics. I made a spin right now, so. But as usual, we're going to try our best, all right? Let's start out with our people. Elaine, right in front of the class, making sure that everything is okay. Bless up yourself, Elaine. Bless up. Elaine said, remember to tell people that the views and opinions expressed by the guests or viewers on this are theirs and theirs only. It's not necessarily that of the platform host. Elaine, thank you so much. We need to put that in place because you say everybody has sue everybody. Although it don't really bother me, but we really do need a disclaimer. But the lawsuit thing don't really bother me. Not at all. Patel, Cruikshank, good evening. Good evening, Patel. Bless up. Irene Linton, good evening. Glad to have you with us. Laura Williams, pleasant evening to you as well. Hope you not hear me. LW2, greetings. Josiah Booth, blessings. Thank you for joining us. Carla Ebanks, bless up. Merle. There is my girl, Merle. It's a beautiful Wednesday for learnable people. Professor Rattigan in the building. Marky G had bits of paper laying on the ground, and he told them pick them up. Okay, Merle, thanks for joining us. Bless up yourself. Barbara Giwa, bless up, Barbara. Beverly 975. Heart of love to you as well. Right back at you. Dalton Harris. Bless up, fam. Cecile Phillips. Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining us. Roulette Taylor. Good evening, Roulette. Thanks for joining us. Dorothy McCoy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Sadlin Gale. Thank you, Sadlin. Roy A1A man. Roy, big up yourself. Don't know if I pronounce that correctly, but big up yourself, Roy. Yakim Bless Mitchell. Yakim Bless Mitchell. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Cynthia B. Them dumb. Hey, hold on. Don't move, OT. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. No, wait, yeah. Hold on. Cause we had it. Oh, Kevin put it on as a thing there. We will find it. OT, if you can talk to Kevin and tell him, say we need the dumb, dark, and stupid, because it is how they view us, and we need to take it and spin it around, show people that we're not dumb, dark, and stupid. You know, I don't see it. I don't see it. You can ask Kevin. I don't have time to look for it right now because time is at a premium. So Cynthia B, big up yourself. Bambino. Yeah. Bambino, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Bambino. Look on your smile too. Beautiful smile as well. Big up yourself. Andrew Pine. Comment on the latest happenings. Yeah, we'll try that, Andrew. Petra. Blessings, family. Janet Monday, good night, Janet. Ubuntu, for real, greetings, welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey, look who they are. Jeffrey Tavares, make we talk. Big up yourself, Jeffrey. Big up yourself. Kevin Henry, big up yourself. Hey, Ifrey, if you want to join, you don't feel no way, you can come on, you know. Well, we only have for a limited time still, but just make OT know and she will just blend you in, all right? Refresh to excellence. Greetings. Diane Folks. Hey, UK. Diane, big up yourself because we know what time is it now. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Is it 1:20 or 12:20? Diane, it's one of them. I know me correct about that. It's one of them. It's 12:20 or 1:20 where you are right now. In an event, it's late. And we want to thank you for staying up and joining us. And we hope that we will provide inspiration and education to you on some level. Thank you again, Diane. And all of the people from UK, all of the people from places that they're not on in the same time zone as us. One and ready. Bless up. Relate Taylor. No fart. Watch the man. Yes, Rasta One. Good day, yeah. Yes, sir. Salute. Philly. Bless up. Jeffrey Worrell. Greetings, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Friends from Lake. Thank you. I wonder which lake, though. You need to tell with that. Yeah, relate. I laugh off of me. Okay, relate. Kesu in the house. Big up yourself, Kesu. Blessings. That's it, OT. Bernal James. Big up, Sir Ratty, defend up the voices of Jamaica. Continue to burn the fire for us. We all appreciate your kind, honest gesture you have shown. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. All right, Nell Muir. Up. Thank you. Roger Bevan. Greetings. And thank you for joining us. Oh, 12:20. Okay, so them 5 hours. Okay, all right. Still late. Still extend our gratitude for what you're doing in terms of staying up. Yes, Diane, for staying up and listening to us. Because guess what? There's so many things you could be doing now, like sleeping. So I want to thank you. Dorette, Miss D, them soon go in jail and they're not dumb and stupid. One by one, they're going to jail. I tell you what, if we have something to do with it, yes, indeed. Indeed. I want friends from Nix. I wonder is which one of the contents you're going to speak on tonight, because every day is another content. You're right, friends. You're right. You're right. You're right. There's so much. Jamaica is content rich. I mean, it's it was like almost like every week or every other week. Now it's like every other day. One Indian. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. People like you give me the inspiration and the courage to move forward. Rattigan, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. That's it, OT. Yep. Marine Sang. Me, hey, yeah, that's another thing. People not to tell me what not the people, my people. I apologize. I should have said to you, tell me what not listen from, Me a pen, big up me a pen. Reggae girl lake. Okay, okay, okay. I hear you. Keep it going, OT. That's it? That's it. Okay. All right. Whew. People, I don't know where to start. I really don't know where to start. Somebody reached out to me last week and they were asking about Goat Island because the topic came up and they weren't sure if it was occupied or attempts were made for it to be occupied by the Chinese or the Americans. They weren't sure, and so they asked me if I could look into it. We did look into it a while back, and we're gonna provide the information again. And the information it's relatively recent. It's less than a year old, and I don't. Mommy Beer, Kingston, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Whoa, Dana. What that? Dana nurse. Hold on. Go back there. Go back there. OT. Oh, Dina E nurse from Fort Wayne, Indiana, all the way out there. So, why? Hey, Dina, I hope you have your house full of food, and I hope you prepare for the weather this weekend because it now go pretty, particularly where you there. Beverly from Kingston, Stephanie from Toronto, Roy from Mammy Bay, Dorrit, Central Manchester. Oh, somebody says start by. Oh, Doris says start by telling who first going to jail. No. No. Rasta one, big up yourself. Shawnette Walker. Yeah. Virginia. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All over the place. Hey, I hope all of my people in the Northeast, I hope you register now because the deadline, I think, well, we'll show it tonight, but I think the deadline is Jaws from Maryland, Chris from Toronto, yeah, man, Janet, GB, Great Britain. The deadline, I think, is this Friday. Deadline, Ubuntu, Chicago. Deadline is this. Oh, different they are. Oh, see me? What are the people? The Mr. Vumva V. We could just have him come on. Make him come on and say hello to all of you. See me? Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Rattigan.
Actually, Jesus is Lord. So do you have an email? Yes, we do. OT is gonna put it in the on the ticker at the bottom of the just below where we are, where you know the videos are, and you'll be able to send us your email. Uncle Keith from West Palm Beach, big up yourself. Hope we're not missing the body, you know. Hope we're not missing the body. But oh, Ratty Morgan from Kingston, Jamaica. Almantown. Okay. All right, people. So here's what happened now. We have a few things to talk about, and then we're gonna run off. But here's what happened. Let's do the quick thing about the Goat Island. This is the Goat Island thing, right? Because I got some calls last week asking about it, because you know rumors fly around. People say, oh, you know, the Chinese control it, and then the Americans are coming in and they're gonna force the Jamaican government to push off the Chinese so that then they can take it over. All kinds of things going on. Well, this is what we have.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the...
Sorry. See what when hold on there. Okay, hold on 1 second. Stay with me. Share the screen. Dot. Okay, here it is. All right. We asked. All right, here we go. Everybody can see that screen, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it actually came from UDC, right? Urban, and it's the date, April 11, 2025. And I'd asked them about, and there's what I asked. I asked them about the present and future status of Goat Island. That is to say, ownership, lease, or any legal entitlement to use said property by any foreign entity or government. So this covers everything. It's just saying, look, tell us if you've leased it, if you've sold it, or if you've any kind of arrangement you've had for people to occupy Goat Island, then please tell us about it. And the first paragraph, they start talking about how my request got bounced around from Office of the Cabinet, Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, because I actually sent it back in March, somewhere around there. But here's the important thing. See this? It says right here, access to the requested information has been granted. So they gave me that information, right? And here is what they said. They said UDC, which is it's a government agency. It's a UDC is the owner of the lands known as Goat Island. And guess what? I didn't even know this. Goat Island consists of what? 2 islands. It's not just one. It is 2 islands, Little Goat Island and Great Goat Island. And that is right off the coast of St. Catherine. It says forming part of the parish of St. Catherine. See it right there, sir? Right have the registration where you can go look it up. Now look at this right now. They said UDC, follow the green, does not presently have any lease agreement or other form of arrangement with any foreign government or entity for occupation or use. So they're making it comprehensive. They're saying to you that, listen, we have no arrangement with any foreign entity or foreign government to occupy or use Goat Island. There it is. So said, and look at now. This is funny, Now I'm look down here, so If you look at the directors of UDC, when you see that name, yeah, Mr. Norman Brown, no know who he is. That's the Prime Minister's body, you know. That's the one who in our estate bridge with the Prime Minister. That's the one who run the two companies responsible for the two companies in the office of the Prime Minister responsible for building houses in Jamaica. I am that. Bye. And look here. I look at another director. I think Mr. Jeffrey Tavares know that person, yeah. Look at that, Mr. Christian Tavares Finson. I don't know if Mr. Jeffrey Tavares know this person. I'm just saying that I think so, but I'm not sure. So it's just interesting to look at, you know, when you look at some of these boards and you look at the board members and you see the same faces, the same affiliation, the same relationships. You just see them staring at you in the face. So going back to this, Goat Island is strictly in the hands of the Jamaican government. There is no arrangement for leasing, occupancy, any kind of real estate arrangement with any entity or foreign government. But then there's something else I want to show you. Here it is. This is a certificate of title. And there it is. It's coming. Look at that. See this? This goes back to, look at the date on this. Look at the date on this. See this? Certificate of title under the registration of titles are 1888.
Wow.
And look here. The Colonial Secretary of Jamaica. And you know, I don't know about this though. This is the seal of the King of Jamaica. Or back 1888, it might have been, yeah, King. But here it is. It says the Colonial Secretary of Jamaica is now, here it is, the proprietor of an estate in fee simple, meaning them own it outright. All right, all parts of land known as Great Goat Island in the parish of St. Catherine. Here it is. Containing blah, 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 blah. And then secondly, here's secondly. Firstly, says firstly right here. And then secondly, right here, all that parts of land known as Little Goat Island. So it's two islands make up Goat Island.
I never know.
So all of us who didn't know, now we know. Goat Island is not one parcel of land. It's not one island. Two islands. First one they call Great Goat Island. The second one they call Little Goat Island. And I think they have a, hold on, Kevin? Is that Kevin? Oh. Yeah, we can go and talk. Kevin is look. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Kevin find the thing for me. Yeah. Wait a minute. Is that the first? Kevin. It won't fit, Kevin. Let me move something. Let me move something, Kevin. Hold on. Let me move. Try again, Kevin. Kevin is putting up something for me, but the problem is that the dashboard is full right now. We have one more, we have one spot. So I'm watching him do his thing. And remember, I'm telling people, Kevin, where you're there, he's always here. Always here. Always here. Yeah, so again, going back to Goat Island. And you say, this agreement giving Goat Island to this. Okay, all right, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I see it. Thanks. All right. All right. So giving Goat Island, look when it was given to the Colonial Secretary of Jamaica. Here it is. Dated when? The 21st day of October, 1944. Here it is right there. There it is. And here it went to, so it went to the Colonial Secretary. I don't know who the hell is this Colonial Secretary, but Colonial Secretary of Jamaica received title in 1944. And then look, October 9, 1970, it went to Urban Development Corporation. And look how much I'm paying for it. $37,017.38. Wow. If we didn't know, we should have buy it then, you know. See, right, that's all. That's how much it was transferred. It's the transfer tax. Consideration money. No, that's consideration money. $37,077. And here it is. Right here. Great Goat Island in the parish of St. Catherine. And this is what it looks like. See that? No look like no goat. Or like that. This must be the small one. Yeah. There it is. Yep. Yeah. We have Goat Island and a Great Goat Island and Little Goat Island. So this is a little one. This one. And this is a big one. This one. So there you go. Goat Island is safely in the hands of the Jamaican government for now. For now. We don't know what's going to happen next month, next year, thereafter. We don't know. But I hope Ali will walk away with the information that Goat Island is actually 2 islands and that there is no arrangement between the Jamaican government and any foreign entity or foreign government regarding the use or occupancy of those islands.
Unless we wanted to use, we can get it.
And Petra said people are using it for picnics and fun day out. Fine, no problem. No problem. All right, welcome, Mr. Jeffrey Tavares.
Thank you very much. Are you hearing me loud and clear? You hearing me?
I can hear you.
Yes, good evening to all those in the chat room. Good evening to OT. And of course to you, Mr. Rattigan. It's cold over there in Washington at the moment, Sir Rattigan?
No, right now it's fine. But it's shaping up to be a cold weekend. A cold and snowy weekend. So we shall see.
Lord.
Bambino said, what if you want to buy the island? Well, you have to go talk to UDC about that, Bambino. I don't think that they won't sell it to me, but you know, you're a lovely person and they might consider you. They don't consider me lovely, so so that's where we are. All right, folks, listen, we're gonna run through some things and we'll open the phone line because remember now, by 10 o'clock we're out of here. All right.
Sorry, Mr. Rattigan.
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb it. Can you just check your phone a minute, please, sir? I'll send you something.
Okay. All right, hold on. Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You can do it.
Okay. Just to let everyone know that on Saturday, the 24th of January at 11 a.m., we will be coming to you live from Washington, D.C. for the Thanksgiving service of former Jamaican Ambassador Curtis Ward. We'll be coming to you live from Washington. I will be in Washington for that broadcast for the people to bring the people what is going on in Washington and the Thanksgiving service for Ambassador Ward. You all know that Ambassador Ward is a good friend of Mr. Rattigan, a good friend of mine. And, you know, he passed away, so we're going to pay our respect to him. And by doing so, I will be bringing the church service to you live. So at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning, we will be coming to you live from Washington, D.C. Mr. Rattigan, over to you, sir.
Yes. And then, folks, remember last week, Saturday, we did a little segment on Ambassador Ward. And this Saturday, we plan to do the same thing. And we may carry a piece of the broadcast on the show as well. Blessings to his lovely family. And we continue to pray for them, pray for guidance, pray for strength, pray for comfort as they go through these turbulent times on the passing of the patriarch of the Ward family. All right. Let me see here. Oh, Pauline Gale said, I heard the USA has a 99-year lease on GoTime. Thanks for the correct info. All right. And you know what, Pauline, you can screenshot it. And what you should screenshot, Pauline, is this. Screenshot this. Hold on. So whenever GoTime come up again, until you get different information, you can screenshot this section right here. There it is right here. Where it says UDC is the owner. And they've been the owner since the 1970s, and they purchased it for a paltry sum. And it's 2 islands. And you can see the volume number, the folio number for them, and we have the title as well. And that the UDC does not have any lease agreement or other form of arrangement with any foreign government or entity for occupation or use of the property. And as far as we know, we see where it went basically from the Crown to UDC, and it has remained, it is and has remained in the hands of UDC. So hold on to that. All right. No, we're going to just jump all over the place. But somebody had, and this is what Kevin went and found for us. Where the hell? Oh, here it is. This one.
Oh
they
my
are
God.
dark and they are stupid. They are dunce.
Oh
they
my
are
God.
dark and they are stupid.
Just let that resonate with you. Make it percolate. Make it simmer when you hear things coming out of the government, particularly the Ministry of Science, Telecommunications, and Transport. Just let that sit with you for a bit whenever you hear them coming up with all kinds of nonsense. This Saturday, please don't forget, this Saturday, what we're going to do is we're going to go through 2 reports from the Auditor General. And we're going to go through them like, we're not brag and show off, but the way we're going to go through them, nobody has gone through them the way we have gone through them. For one, we'll read the entire thing. And we'll read it not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. And we'll make notes and we'll compare and contrast. So we just don't read it like a novel. We'll read it and say, and we've come across some things where we say, well, wait a minute, why did the Auditor General say this in the beginning of the report, but then she says something else in the middle or the end of the report? That's how we read these things. So tune in on this Saturday. You can't afford to miss it. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to go over the Auditor General's report concerning the Moroccan fertilizer. And we're going to show you what she said in April of 2025 and what she said in December or January of 2026. And you're going to be amazed. And the Auditor General is one of my favorite people in Jamaica. Jeanette Calder is another one. I love those 2 women. Love them for what they're doing for the Jamaican people. The courage, the tenacity, the fortitude, the strength, the intelligence, the wisdom. And we can't forget the beauty of those two women, what they've done and what they're doing. And so it's almost like a tribute thing to them when we go over the reports this Saturday. Come prepared with book and or paper and pen and pencil, because you're going to learn so much. And remember, we've been talking about this fertilizer thing long before it got on the radar. Long before. And then we also talk about what the Auditor General should have done. And it took months, but she did it. So it tells me that she's listening to us. We're helping her to run that ministry. And when I say helping her, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. I mean it in a way that sometimes, because they're in the fight, they can't see certain things. And we have a responsibility to notify them of wrongdoing or potential wrongdoing and have them take a look at it and decide if it's worth the investment of time and personnel. So we're helping the Auditor General to run the agency. And don't forget, she also said that she's looking at the Ministry of Science, Technology, Technology and Transport, Mr. Vaz's ministry. And I suspect that she's looking at it from the perspective of the rural school bus program. And you know why? Because we all wrote to her. We wrote to her and said, you need to look into this thing. And we know that something is up. See something, say something. Yes, indeed, OT. Because remember, Minister Vaz said he gave us dates and he gave us deadline. He said, these dates, X amount of buses will come. Y amount of buses will come. And the deadline is the end of July. And then we had him just only last week saying it's only 80 buses they have. And then we also know that the buses are crowded. Children are standing. And he himself said that he's following the American gold standard of safety. And the American gold standard of safety says no child shall stand in a moving school bus. None. None. If there's a child standing, that driver is not driving. Not going to be moving the bus. And yet we have buses in Jamaica packed, so much so that a student pulled on the emergency lever for the door and another student fell out of the bus. It's only through the grace of God the bus didn't run over her. She sustained some serious injuries, but she's alive. How can you do something like that? And he comes about and talk about, oh, he's retrofitting the buses, and he moved the remember now, in America, you know, we drive on it's a left-hand drive, right? So the door is on the right side, from where the driver sits, the door is right across from him. So he can see everybody coming in, and he has all the levers to open and close the door. Now they move the door because of retrofitting and because we drive on the left in Jamaica, right? So they move the door from across the driver to behind the driver. So the driver can't see what's going on, especially with a crowded bus. The driver can't see. And then they made it so that now children have access to the lever to open the emergency lever to open the door. That is crazy. What's the latest with the little girl who was hospitalized? LW, we had the candidate who ran against Mr. Vaz. We had her on Saturday, and she gave a report saying that the child was in the hospital for about 2 weeks and nobody went to see the child. And now all of a sudden, they're talking about making amends. So I told her, tell her don't sign anything. Get legal counsel. Lewis Richard said, it's waste of time. No government minister will go to prison under the JLP. So sad. It is sad, but I tell you what, Lewis, we'll have to keep trying. We'll have to keep trying. We'll have to keep trying. It doesn't look like it's something that will happen, but you have to keep trying. Because if you don't try, you're guaranteed that nothing is going to happen. But you have to keep trying. And you never know. Some international organization might pick up the story, might run with it, and the next thing you know, a foreign government is involved. Jesus is Lord. For a public incident, has there been a public statement on the issue? I see it was, there's one article, I believe, I think it was in the Gleaner. But we haven't got, you see them have what? Them have parliament on what? Is it Monday or Tuesday? Them have parliament
On Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, right? Then they have the post cabinet briefings on Wednesdays, and they have the Senate on Fridays. And guess what? We don't hear nobody talk about it.
Nobody said anything about it.
Nobody.
And Daryl Vaz has been on it talking about everything else, and he has never one day mentioned a little girl.
Yeah, and Mirinda Ruddock is right. It was the students who told the driver that, hey, somebody fell off of the bus. Him no know. Him I drive same way. It was the students who mentioned it. That's a crying shame. But it is what it is. And what it is that we're going to continue the fight. We know that it's difficult. It's an uphill task to get a responsible MP to go to prison. Because we saw what happened with Dalrymple and Leslie Campbell. They gave them a slap on the wrist. Both of them are convicted felons. One of them was found guilty, Leslie Campbell, and Marissa Dalrymple Philbert, she pled guilty. And you see where she is.
Sitting in the parliament.
Yes, and I've been told, I'm not sure, but I've been told that she's now sitting on the oversight committee for what? The Integrity Commission. The same commission.
I think that is true,
That's what I heard.
Oh, Jesus, God help us.
The same commission that referred charges against her and she had to plead guilty. She's now in charge of them. She's now in charge of the oversight committee. That's what we heard. But that's where we are. Now, here's a lady that the more I listen to her, the more I listen to her, the more difficult it is for me not to despise her, because this lady is a purveyor of miscommunication, of what she's accusing people of saying, flat out lies. Here she is.
You would have noted something a little bit different that we don't usually do. We don't usually necessarily take on misinformation and disinformation or information that is false. That is changing. We are going to have to do so in this context where something is said that is not true. We will be countering it. We will come with the receipts. We will play the videos. From months ago, we have the records, and we will do that. We have to focus on being able to respond to misinformation and disinformation. There's a lot of that out there in the public sphere, and we cannot leave it unchallenged. And so you will be seeing new approaches from the Ministry of Information in terms of dispelling those things. And in many instances, we call them misinformation and disinformation. Those are fancy words for lies. And so where there are lies, we will be correcting them. And there have been many of those. And I know Minister Morgan will be working very closely with me in relation to addressing that issue of lies that are proliferating. And we will give you the facts. And that's why we ask you to tune in here. Because we bring the ministers, we open them up for challenge and allow them to tell you the work that we're doing, and we tell you what we are doing in cabinet. Because what we do is not secret. We're doing it because we've been asked to do this by the people of Jamaica. And we take that role very, very seriously.
Yes, you've been asked. You should say we've been asked to do asked by the people of Jamaica to do this work. Now, let me ask her a question. Minister Dana Morris Dixon, you said you have the receipts and you have the videos. You think only you alone have receipts and videos? Answer that question. You think so? No lies have been spoken from that platform where you stand every Wednesday. No lies. No misinformation, no disinformation. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Because it was only last week, Wednesday, that Minister Vaz said it's only 80 buses in only 80 buses. And remember what he said before, it says 110.
And not only that, Mr. Rattigan, if I may, sir, Mr. Vaz until now hasn't corrected his statement in the parliament where he tells the people of Jamaica that the people of Westmoreland have how much percentage light turned back on. So I want to know if Miss Dana Morris Dixon is not why don't she come out and say, okay, he's lying about this, so let us correct the lie that he told?
Look, she stood there on the platform when people have and she has said words to the effect. I can't remember if she said the exact words, but there are people, I've heard people on the platform, on the podium, right next door, say that the unemployment rate in Jamaica is the lowest it's ever been in history. That's a lie.
Is she willing?
Is a flat out lie.
Is she willing to correct Marlon Morgan lies that he told over the years?
No. Minister Dana Morris Dixon, it's Wednesday night, and I know that you're watching the program. Here's what in the spirit of being Jamaicans and trying to discuss issues in a civil manner, I'm inviting you to come on the program whenever you feel like. Come. Just don't stand on the platform where you have wishy-washy reporters asking you questions. And I must correct myself and say not all of the journalists in that room are wishy-washy, but most of them are, because the questions they're asking, I don't know if they were paid to ask those questions or if they're not reading and researching to get to the facts. But putting them aside, why don't you take us up and come over here and let's have a discussion on the issues of the day, including issues in your ministry. Let's come over here and let's have the discussion at your convenience. You can just reach out to OT or you can reach out to Joan and let them know when you're available to come on, and we will make it happen, because we would love for you to come. You came the other day you were in the Diaspora the other day, but we didn't get a chance to get you on the program. Didn't get a chance to ask you. We found out we had other things at the time. But please, if you tell us that if you want to come on a month from now, we'll accommodate you. And Wendy Gray, Vaz did apologize for the lie about JPS. But you know what's interesting? I will go and play it. You know what's interesting about that, Wendy Gray? What's interesting is that JPS, he's saying JPS lied to him, because what he said was JPS told him or gave him the understanding that over a 40-mile stretch of roadway, they had put up 1,000 poles. And he found out that it wasn't 1,000, it was 100. And he said he had choice words with them, and that will never happen again. No. Did he do his research with 150 million?
He did not.
The same people who tell him to put up 1,000 poles and him find out there's 100. Does he know what? Does he have an accounting of the 150 million? First of all, he should have figured it out before. They shouldn't just come to him and say, we need 150 million. He's supposed to figure out, what are they going to do with this one? Let's see it in writing. Because you see what happened? They just told him 1,000 poles and it's 100. You see what I'm saying, folks? So we're going to play that. But before we play that one there, before we ease off of Senator Dana Morris Dixon, we need for her friends and family members and neighbors to tell her that she has an open invitation. If she's not watching, tell her that she has an open invitation to come on, and she says she's coming to dispel the misinformation.
Marlon Morgan is watching Mr. Rattigan. He watch our programs,
Well, you know that, I would love the brother to come on the program and have a discussion. But the brother doesn't want to have anything to do with me because I invited him on this program, and my brother basically cussed me out and said that I'm an antagonist and I want to get rid of the Andrew Holness-led government. And I said to him, where are you getting that from? I'm just talking about facts, just facts. And that's his job, That's his job, PR. So he shouldn't be afraid to coming on and talking facts, because we're not gonna shout and call him names. We're gonna do it in a respectful fashion. That's all.
But Mr. Rattigan, that they when it comes on to Marlon Morgan, Marlon is afraid of you,
Why?
He's afraid of you, myself. Well, actually, he went back on that person's program though, so he's on that person's program, but he's afraid of you and me.
Yeah, I don't know why they're afraid to come over here. I don't know why.
Because we're gonna dispel the lies that they're telling.
Yeah, Dwight says them know you're gonna beat them with truth and facts check. And that's all over here. We not cuss out nobody and tell them about their mother or not. Like, no. Do this and we don't do that, and we don't. No, what we do is we just simply put up the documents and say to them, say, explain this. Just like what we ask him about the desalination plants.
Do you have that video?
I have to go look for it. And then when my dear friend here, Jeffrey Tavares, asked him, say, have you read the JLP manifesto? And he said, Jeffrey, I edited the manifesto. He said, so what about the desalination plants then? Talk to us about that.
Oh my God.
Look, them say, all this phrase go again. When truth is hurled against falsehood, falsehood perishes, because by its nature, falsehood is bound to perish. And that's it. It's all falsehood they comment. So when we come and we talk to them about the things, them get upset and them carry on and them cuss me and them carry on. And I said, no, don't do that. Just come over and let's have a civil discussion so people can hear and people can learn. And the problem is, you know what the problem is, Mr. Tavares? The problem is that they are afraid to admit when they're wrong.
Yeah.
And nobody's perfect. It would go a long way if they would just say, you know what? On this particular issue, you're right. And guess what? We had to make a statement about two of the things that they did wrong. I remember him talk about the police car scandal.
Yes, yes.
There's people drip him up because of that and tell him that he must. He's supposed to be talking about the good that the government is doing, not about the bad. So, oh boy. All right, folks, check this one out.
I now laugh this morning, man. JPS, uno me come out. Uno need to stop it. Mr. Darrell Vaz, more you listen to this cleanly. See? Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica the 28th of October. Me no have no current from them time there until now. Me get a bill for November. Me no have a problem with that, because me has a problem, me have a bill in the back. See? Me get another bill in this month, which is December. See? Anyway, my cousin called me and said, Conroy, me get a bill for December too as well, for $10,000. Because me I say probably has something wrong in our system. Couple more person call me and say, Conroy, me I beg you put out a video. Me say, no worry yourself, because me have the same problem to me. I go put it out there. So, Mr. Darrell Vaz, me I go see if you I go sit down and make JPS a send bill to your people them every month, and then I have no current. I not just sit down up there and just brush it off because of JPS. See? Can me realize, say, certain things will not look funny no way, and say that I rob people or them I scam people, You not look funny, so, You know who no look funny and say I scam people? The youth them will take up their phone and a dial. And them the youth they will send police out go pick them up and sitting. See? But the one them will sit down up in a jacket suit and in an office and them something there. You no mess with them, Them the people there is not a problem too. No matter the amount of money where them are rob Jamaican people, you don't have a problem with that. See? You think a little people have the problem when me I talk about now? But every month, JPS I send them bill. Me I go see if you are going to sit down and just brush that off. You no need to hold JPS accountable. Because there is no way they cannot send people bill where don't have no current from the hurricane blow. A whole heap of people are complaining. And sure enough of them might not have a big platform to come out and talk. If you can reach and no hearing. If you know where people are going through. Because I realize, JPS, them take Jamaican people for fool. Them something they need to stop, brother. Because there is no way you're not going to send me a bill in a December. The November one bad are not too bad because me I say, alright, probably may have a bill in my back. But you still send me bill same way. Me I go see if you still going to send me a bill now for the new year. Me want to see, me want to see if next month coming, if me I go get a bill same way. You're not going to tell me about estimated bill. Me I use current? Me have current? At dark, me have to sleep, guys. As you can see, I want inverter me have. And me can't run the inverter upon the car for the whole entire night. You get to me, I say? So when me see JPS, I go send me bill. And my cousin tell me, say JPS send him bill. My sister have the same problem down there, so. Eh? How where JPS really are going with? And me can't tell you, so when you look in that comment section here, you're going to see the amount of person that comment and say, true, them are go through the same thing too. JPS on the need to fix this. Zane and Mr. Darrell Vaz, you need to look into this and hold JPS accountable. Zane, them need to fix the problem here. On the need to fix the problem here and stop take Jamaican people for fool. And feel so you can't just rob Jamaican people, you no hike up on a bill, you no send bill away when I have no current. That not gonna work here. I make sure to tell you now. Bless up.
Sister.
Well, my brother.
Bless up.
Much respect.
Love your time, man.
And I tied it myself,
Sure.
Thank you, my brother. Jeffrey, my friend, my love. How are you, darling?
I am doing
Happy
well.
New Year. I've not spoken to you since last year.
I'm telling you, you look like an immaculate student now all over again. Only thing they don't wear that tie.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. My brother Rattigan, thanks for having me on. It's good to see you. How are you doing? And to everybody in the chat, a very blessed Wednesday evening, and stop spreading misinformation and disinformation on the JLP administration, okay? Stop it. Good.
But you remember, Marie, you remember with Nestor Morgan, the Minister of Misinformation?
Oh yeah, but he has kind of gone underground. What happened? What did he do to that man?
Underground,
He has slithered back under the rock from whence he crawled.
It's saying when the other person go underground to like Marlon Morgan.
Listen, but the relevance is not there for Marlon Morgan, because coming out and making fancy speeches, and in the words of former MP of Portland Eastern, Anne-Marie Vaz, coming out with beautiful speaking is not going to cut it right now, because the people are having a different lived experience. So they can say whatever they want to say, but the lived experience is there. Because when the minister, I was listening to you, Minister Dana Morris Dixon, talking about misinformation and disinformation and all that fancy talk. And I'm like, hold on. So the people who are sitting on the chairs in the hospital, is that misinformation, disinformation, or that lies? It's not happening? For the schools that are broken, all the monies that are misappropriated, you don't see the schools, the educational system is broken. Are those real, or is this a figment of many people's imaginations? When you look at the state of the roads, is she saying that those do not exist? Is she also saying that the Auditor General's report, the things in black and white, don't exist, even though you can look at the Auditor General's report and pick the ministry that she's auditing and look at the reality of the situation on the ground and say, yeah, you know, say it is true because it is reflected on the ground. So if she's saying to the Jamaican people that, you know what, don't believe what you're living, what your experience is, just believe what I am telling you, that it is okay. Is she saying that the people of Westmoreland have beautiful homes to live in, have running water, and like the man said, he doesn't have, like, he's sleeping in the dark, but he's getting a bill from JPS? Is he telling a lie? Who is spreading misinformation and disinformation and lies? Who is doing that? Tell us, and we will put them on blast for her.
I think this is a question you want to ask her.
Did the minister lie? Did the minister lie?
Exactly. Oh my word! No.
Somebody right here said, Sir T, so how come University Hospital of West Indies is not the topic? Because Dr. Dawes and Dr. Dennis Gunn was caught stealing from the poor people tax money. All right, Sir T, here's what I suggest to you. I don't know about that. I don't know about the Dr. Dawes and Dennis Gordon stealing from the poor people tax money. If you do, please provide me with the information. Please.
And may I add something to that, Rattigan?
Sure.
Sir T, if you're going to come on these platforms, whether Jeffrey, Rattigan, Andre Stevens, Wayne Lonesome, Mystic Sensation, any of these platforms, and you're going to come with accusations, make sure you come with the links and the facts to back up what you are saying. Do not come and talk about people and say things that you have no proof of. Because people must, and the thing is, too many people are just lazy. Do your own research. If you cannot read, have somebody read it for you, read it to you. But go and look for the information. Do not just take something you hear on a media platform, it doesn't matter which media platform, and run with it without first verifying it for yourself. And always put things into context. Put things into context before you come in this space and run your mouth. If you're not going to provide the link and provide information that we can also go and read and say, yes, it is so. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that we're not reading information, things for ourselves. You must also do the work for yourselves. Don't just come in here and talk about that. Do the work for yourselves.
You know something, if I may, Mr. Rattigan. I think what is going on in our country, Jamaica, that a lot of people are becoming bloggers now, you know. And they don't do any research. If you go over TikTok, my God in heaven, what I'm hearing on TikTok, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is totally unbelievable. And I would advise the gentleman to go and read the Auditor General report.
Yes.
Go and read it. And listen to what Dr. Dawes is saying. And listen to what the University of West Indies is saying.
But Jeffrey, don't just read this report. Go back 2-3 reports.
Exactly.
Last year's report, not only the Auditor General's report, the Integrity Commission's report. Read the last 2 reports.
Yeah.
And see whether or not, if they're not coming with it, because here's the thing, the previous Auditor General reports, as well as Integrity Commission reports, but let's talk about the Auditor General specifically, talk about millions of dollars in 3 specific areas: education, healthcare, office of the Prime Minister, that she's yet to get any serious accounting of the expenditure of the monies that were allocated to them. And there is no report, there's nothing in her report to say, to now update the public on what the findings have been from those previous reports. So they should just read this report and make and come out here and talk. Go read the previous reports and read them through and think things through to a logical conclusion before coming on here with your back of the class, don't say self. Come on now, this is 2026. Elevate your thinking and come out of the ghetto politics, you know,
You know, it's the same way I went on TikTok on two occasions to said to them on TikTok, at no time at all did this program and the other program Mr. Rattigan host said that there is any extradition out for anybody in Jamaica. They have it all over TikTok that the Heritage Rattigan program. I said, no. Let me clarify something here. I'm going to say something to you here. At no time at all did Mr. Wilfred Rattigan, me went as far as the man who eat tin mackerel from Waterhouse. He did not at no time at all said that there is any extradition out for any Jamaican politician or any Jamaican citizen. It's all taken from here.
Let me just Larkland asked a question. Can the Auditor General charge anyone? No. Auditor General cannot. That's not within her remit. She can recommend or refer. And in the case of a surcharge action, she refers it to the financial secretary in the Ministry of Finance. She can also refer stuff to investigative agencies, but she doesn't have the remit to charge anyone. She can only do an audit, and whatever comes up, she can say, okay, these are my findings. But I wish they would give her the
prosecutorial powers.
Yeah, I wish they would, but as of right, no. And when you said who can charge a breach, it depends on what the breach is, Larkland. If it's something where it's negligent spending, like Grace and McLean or Bernard, one of those people, then that's going to be handled by the financial secretary in the Ministry of Finance. And we'll get to the University Hospital of the West Indies and talk a little bit about that. But
before you move on, Rattigan, so isn't it the same? Didn't she also make that same recommendation to the financial secretary with regard to Grace McLean?
Yes, she did.
And nothing came of it because they allowed the time to run out. And that was over $100 million we're talking about.
Yeah, between she and Dean Roy Bernard, it's 121 million.
$20 million.
They end up pointing the finger of blame. And we'll do a little bit on it this Saturday. We are the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Education kept saying, and at the time it was Fayval Williams who was the Ministry of Education.
Minister of Education, yes.
The Ministry of Finance, they filed a surcharge, and the Ministry of Finance said, no, we haven't filed any surcharge. And it was just back and forth, and then the time ran out. But we'll get to that. But Mr. T, here's what I want you to do, Mr. T, when you come around here, because around here is more like a university type setting where we provide the things, provide information, and people ask questions and things like that. But they ask questions on the material that's presented. We allow people to ask other questions, but it depends on how they ask a question. Your question came across kind of weird. But anyway, this is what we do around here. Let me show you what we do around here. Let me show you what we do. And this is also for Minister Dana Morris Dixon about misinformation and disinformation and outright lies. This is what we do. Take a look at it. See this? This is the lawsuit against Minister Tufton from Dr. Hunter. It is right here. Dr. Roger Hunter against Minister Tufton, right? And the story is this. Essentially, what Dr. Hunter is saying is that one of his colleagues complained to the medical board saying that he said some derogatory things about his colleagues and patients. And the council met and they decided that they were going to suspend him for a year. They didn't give him his due process right. They didn't say, what is your story? They gave him none of that. And in fact, you know what? It's a similar case to what I was listening to the Supreme Court of the United States, where the lady from the Federal Reserve, where President Trump fired the lady. And there's the same argument that where's the due process? You have to give somebody a chance to present their argument, and then you make a decision. But they didn't. Now, in this case, this is even worse because there they were talking about just cause. What is the meaning of cause? What is the meaning of cause? In the case with Dr. Hunter in Jamaica, it's even worse because look at this. Let me just skip everything and go down to 20. Section 12 of the Medical Act says when you suspend somebody, when you're going to when you suspend somebody, you have to set up. There's supposed to be a medical appeal tribunal so that the person can appeal because people make mistakes, right? And in this case, they didn't do it. The Dr. Hunter's lawyer reached out to the permanent secretary, reached out to Minister Tufton, and they didn't set it up at all. Here is the proof. It is section 12. Let me go back and show you what he was talking about. Notice of application. There it is. This is 20. You see where it says section 12 of the Medical Act. Let's go to section 12 of the Medical Act and see what it says. There it is. It said, big it up here. It is right here. There is the hereby established for the purpose of hearing what? Appeals from the decisions of the council. Medical appeal tribunal, which is supposed to be set up by the minister. And then it goes on and it says the provisions of the second schedule shall have effect as to the constitution of the tribunal. And if you go down to the second schedule, right, go down to it, you see where it tells you, 1 second, it is second schedule. It is right here. The tribunal, it tells you the whole mechanism of the tribunal. The tribunal shall consist of a chairman. And then it goes on right here and it starts telling the tribunal, the members of the tribunal shall. The minister may appoint members of the tribunal. And it goes on and it lays out the whole function, administration, mechanism of this tribunal. Yet, there was no tribunal. So what Dr. Hunter is complaining about is that I wasn't afforded the right under the statute. You didn't do it. This
Which is entitled to.
He's entitled to it. This is how we do things wrong, Mr. T. See, we show you the documents, you know. We show you the documents filed in the Jamaican court, and then we go to the law, and then we show it. So this is not hearsay. Like I'm telling you that somebody told me that this and that. This is right here. And the affidavit, as you know, an affidavit is a signed sworn statement, and the law is the law. It's there. And Minister Tufton, as far as we know, he did not set up that appeal tribunal, even though he was requested to do so that them could hear the man and give the man a fair hearing and then decide that they didn't do it. So that's how we do things around here. Let me see what else we have. Around here, we're not dumb, dark, and stupid. Absolutely.
Are you just bad man?
Are we just bad man? Let me see if I find my favorite minister. She have a saying, but I don't know if it's up here yet. But okay, here it is. Oh, Mr. T, here is my advice. Here's my advice to you and others who would come around here and we want you to come in now, but we want you to come with the right concept, the right demeanor. We want you to come that way. Yeah, we don't want you to just come and just say things and, you know, because look, we take a few minutes now to divert and talk about that. But here is my message to you with the thing that you came with.
Something. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
That's good, girl.
Play it again.
Let me tell you something. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Minister. And by the way, folks, we're still waiting to hear a word from the court because the case Rattigan versus Kamina Johnson Smith was argued in the Court of Appeal yesterday. And it might take a while before we get the decision. It might take, I don't know when. It's up to them when they're going to write your decision. But the appeal was argued yesterday. So we're waiting to see. And remember, the central issue is whether or not a Jamaican living overseas has the right to file an action against a Jamaican official in Jamaica. Essentially, that's what it is. Because they say you
And
don't have
also, if you don't have any standing, here's the other question: does a Jamaican living overseas have the right to send their money to any Jamaican government?
There you go.
I mean, both things work together. I mean, it cannot be one or the other. They have to be hand in hand. Come on now.
Just I was looking for Mr. Vaz. Hold on a second. Somebody mentioned him. Oh, here it is. All right, listen to this, folks, and then we're going to open up the phone line. Listen to this.
And when I came to that ministry in 2020, people's memories are short, but that ministry was not known for the right.
By the way, people, he's talking about the Ministry of Energy, Telecommunications, and Transport. And he said when he took it over, there was nothing good coming out of the ministry. And you know who was at the helm of that ministry?
Him.
Favor Williams was there.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was Minister of Energy too, you know.
He's telling everybody that, look, this woman was a failure over here. And we know she went to the Ministry of Education and she was an even bigger failure. And then she's now at Ministry of Finance, and it's worse. It's a calamity.
It's a triple failure.
Triple failure. But here we go.
But hold on. But Rattigan, whose administration? The same one that he's a part of. So it's an indictment on his administration.
Indeed, because he's the one who appoint these people. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I was given the task, and with the help of P.S. Palmer, we have been there for 5 years, and the only thing that comes out of that ministry is good performance and good news.
No. Here, you see where he's standing, folks? It's one, the lectern is right next to Minister, what's her name? Dana Morris Dixon's.
Dana Morris Dixon's.
It's right there, right next to her. And here he is telling, say, it's only good things coming out of the Ministry of Energy, Telecommunications, and Transport. And then he's going to tell you right after that, saying that we only have 80 buses. We promised you 110, but we have 100. This lady is there talking this nonsense. Here we go.
Could not be done by me alone, but the permanent secretary and the entire ministry team. So I look forward to the transition, smooth transition, and I'm making every effort to make sure that P.S. Palmer's wealth of knowledge and experience will be utilized in the transition with a permanent secretary who is going into office for the first time. So I start with that. So again, good morning to all Jamaicans, even those still living with the aftershocks of a very difficult period, rebuilding homes, restoring livelihoods, and trying to return to some sense of normalcy after Hurricane Melissa. I want to begin by acknowledging the reality. Coming out of Cabinet's meeting on Monday, the government's focus remained firmly on the people, our children who need safe, reliable transport to school, our communities that depend on connectivity to function, and families waiting for power to be fully restored so they can move forward. These are not abstract policy matters. These affect daily lives and opportunities. So today I'll give you an update as to where we are with restoration. And I will start with the Rural School Bus Program, and I'm pleased to report that the program continues to be operational, stable, and delivering good service. As of January 26, 82 rural school buses are available and fully.
Hear that? We play this on Saturday. 82 school buses are available, right? And ready to rock and roll. And we're going to play this again for those of you who didn't see us on Saturday. Listen to this. Listen to this nonsense. Where is he? Give me 1 second. Look like him disappear. Well, Mr. Vaz there. Hold on there. 1 second. I see what happened. Hold on. I have to move something from here. Hold on 1 second, folks. Let me move. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. All right. Listen to this.
100 safe, secure, and fit-for-purpose buses have been purchased as part of the planned rollout. It's actually 110. 100 will go into the system and 10 will be held back for contingency in order to make sure that we have buses to replace existing buses for whatever reason. 26 buses are in Jamaica. 14 additional buses arrived.
Listen to the schedule. Listen to the schedule carefully. 26 buses are in Jamaica. That's one where we have the receipts for. Listen to the schedule.
On Saturday of last week, 4 more are en route to Jamaica, and 18 more will be delivered on July 14th, and 28 each will be delivered on the 22nd of July, and the 30th, and the 29th of July. So, in essence, all 110 school buses will be here by the end of July.
You hear that?
Listen, July is sometime in the century, you know.
No, he was talking about July 2025.
Yeah, but in his case, it's sometime during the century. It's not reached there yet.
Dispatch.
Hear me now?
The Rural School Bus Program, and I'm pleased to report that the program continues to be operational, stable, and delivering good service. As of January 26, 82 rural school buses are available and fully deployed across.
82. Him said last year all 110 would be there by the end of July. But
dispatch locations island-wide.
Rattigan.
Operations commenced successfully at the start of 26 school term, with buses running on schedule and without disruption. In anticipation of increased demand, additional drivers were recruited and boarded, strengthening route coverage and reducing the risk of service gaps. This was a deliberate step to ensure continuity and reliability. On the matter of the cashless operations, the program is ready for full implementation of the student transportation card.
Where's that Hydro? We'll check it out. Where's that Hydro now? About the cashless system?
Yeah, it is said powered by Hydro, yes.
My goodness.
On February 1st. Again, I'm glad PS3 service as introductory, and then of course with safer for your children to travel that way and more convenient.
Safer for your children to travel that way and picnic drop out a school bus.
Yes, exactly.
Bus almost run over the picnic. But it's safer. All right. I'm gonna go down somewhere. I'm gonna get to the
operate at optimum with over 1,000 poles from Ferris. Clarify a particular.
Here we go.
The big ticket, big success story of the restoration, and that is the JPS and the electricity restoration. First of all, as committed yesterday in Parliament, let me clarify a particular statement that I made in Parliament yesterday, which turned out to be erroneous information given to me by the Jamaica.
No. This lady stand up right next to me, I said, we're going to do something about misinformation, disinformation. And
misinformation.
This man stood up and said, listen, I misinformed the Parliament yesterday.
Yeah.
Public service, where I indicated that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. That information was incorrect.
How she feel? She stand up right next to him and I chat up her mouth about she gonna do something about this. I hear the man here, the man basically I said, I misinformed the parliament yesterday.
Has started with 100 poles that have been laid from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth to restore approximately 2,000 customers. That information was incorrect. Work has started with 100 poles that have been laid so far out of the total amount of 1,000 poles. It's about 40 miles of roadway. So it will take some time, but again, the work has started. So I want to apologize for the misinformation that was given in Parliament, and I will make sure that it.
Hear it there. And just stand up right next to him and talk about misinformation. Well, on the people, maybe go back a little bit and make him, you know, hear the word.
Roadway. So it will take some time, but again, the work has started. So I want to apologize for the misinformation that was given in Parliament, and I will make sure that it is corrected on Hansard, and also to say very clearly that the information that I stated was erroneous and incorrect, and the information was given to me by the Jamaica Public Service.
No, people, let me move him. Him say some more things, but think about it. If JPS can tell him that over a 40-mile stretch, then put on 1,000 poles, that is an occurrence that is readily ascertained. You can just go there for yourself and count the poles, right? This is easy. You can ask somebody who lives in the neighborhood, drive down and call and tell me how many poles them put in. This is easy peasy. This is easy thing. These are easy things to verify. Now think about it. If JPS were missing, and this is what I'm saying, that JPS tell him this.
Exactly.
JPS did. Make us say JPS did. If JPS can lie to him about something like this, where you can actually drive down the road and say for yourself, what do you think they're going to do with the 150 million where you can't see?
No, but Rattigan, if JPS gave data on the correct information, how come they didn't give the same information to the minister? So you see where you see the problem right there. MP Dayton Campbell had the correct information from the very same source. So I am hard pressed to believe that JPS is the problem.
And so, Minister Vaz, I have a question for you.
Did the minister lie?
There you go. Did the minister lie? It's
yeah,
easy.
because it make sense. One person has the correct information and the other does not, and it comes from one source. So how can that one source have it and the other and the minister didn't? That makes no sense. That really makes no sense.
All right.
And it calls into question his interpretation. And given that he has a problem with being trustworthy, you cannot really take what he says as factual, then the people will have to make their own judgment based on that.
All right. Let me just do a quick thing and then we're going to open the phone line. I'm going to encourage all of you. Wherever you are in the diaspora, go to Connect Me. What is it, Jeffrey? ConnectMeJA.gov. Connect Me. Is it Connect Me, Jeffrey? Is it ConnectMe.ja.gov or is it ConnectMeJA.gov? You're muted.
Sorry, let me find it for you. I think I have it here.
Oh, there it is.
OT put it up there. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's connectmeja.com, right? Connectmeja.com. if you haven't registered, the registration will end in a few days. Please, I'm urging you, go out if you live in the diaspora. Go out when you're not for going nowhere. Just stay inside of your house and you can register on the phone or on your computer. But you need to do it because this will determine what kind of assistance you, if any assistance, you will get when you need help in the diaspora from this organization. So I'm asking you to go out and register to vote. Of course, I'd like you to register to vote for me, but even if you don't vote for me, I want it registered to vote. And here's why. Whoever wins this race, particularly in the Northeast, that person is going to have to answer to you. So when you have a problem, and regardless of what the problem is, you know, a problem with social services, a problem with immigration, a problem with mental health, physical health, problem with landlord, problem with immigrant, whatever the problem is, you are supposed to go to those folks and ask for assistance. We found out that these people are working for the government of Jamaica, and they shouldn't be. They should be working your behalf. They should be working on your behalf. So I urge you to go out and register. There it is right there. Now, one of the things we found out is this. Voting started, and then they stopped, and then they changed the dates, and they said voting started prematurely. We said, but wait a minute, how is that possible? You control the voting mechanism. So how people end up voting before they were supposed to vote. Now, all the people who voted for me at that time, they sent me verification that they voted after November 20th, after they opened up the gates and said you can vote. So I don't know how that happened, but they changed the rule in midstream. And I can tell you folks that they're absolutely trying to sabotage my candidacy. They're absolutely, I get phone calls every day from people within their circle. They're absolutely doing it. But listen, don't worry.
Stick up in there, Rattigan. It's a democratic process. They don't have to like you. They don't have to like the things that you stand for, but your right to your candidacy is your right, and they have no business trying to sabotage you. And if the other candidates do not condemn it, then they are part of the problem, and they should not be considered.
Well, we have some of the candidates saying that they're working. Their idea of being the representative for the diaspora in the Northeast is that they'll be working for the government of Jamaica.
So go there and work with them.
We have people on record saying that. Duran Clark,
yes, I heard that.
When can I vote? What you do is, Duran, there it is right there, connectmeja.com. Now, one of the things we found out, and I must expose it. We found out that people who voted for me, that they said we're not counting those votes. When those people tried to go back and use the email address that they signed up from, they can't get through. They can't get through. And there's a lady who, a dear friend of the program, strong supporter, who called me up and said, Mr. Rattigan, I'm having a problem re-registering because every time I try to do it, it give me some message and I can't get through. And I said to her, do you have another email address? Say yes, try that. Tried it, boom, she got in. So
that's unacceptable.
Don't know what's going on, but it looks like there is, and I'm hearing through the grapevine that I am a problem for them. They don't want me there because two things: transparency and accountability. That I'm going to hold them accountable, and I'm going to go inside there and I'm going to light a fire underneath them, because we have people in the diaspora suffering that should be represented by this organization, and instead people are using it as a ladder to get to where they want to go. Well, let me tell you.
Before you go on, you said something, Rattigan, about them people need representation, people are suffering. Consider this. Let's put this into context. As I would say, context matters. $300 million is raised. What portion of that remained in the organization to address the needs of the persons within the diaspora, and what portion was sent to the Jamaican government? You see the difference right there?
Well, here's the thing. The problem is a fundamental problem in the sense that you said organization. They're claiming that it's not an organization, it's a movement. Yet when you read the thing, the structure and everything, it's an organization. And not only that, we ever hear about a movement where people vote in a movement?
No, that's nonsense.
A movement, they just galvanize people and then they protest or whatever they're doing. And usually a movement is like civil rights or whatever. Here they're saying that it's a movement, but this movement is about investment and money. That's what this is about. It is an organization. It is an illegal organization. It's unregistered and it should be registered. And folks, don't forget, a couple of years ago, we registered the name, and what happened? We stopped them in their tracks. Them couldn't do anything. I would say, if no one, since you said, because they say, oh, it's our name, it's our logo, and we said, then register it then. If it's yours, feel free, go ahead and do it. And they couldn't, because you know why? They have government officials sitting on that, and it's against certain international law. It's against certain procedures to have foreign government officials sitting on a 501c3 registered in the United States. That's the problem. No, here's what happened, people. I will not. And people have said to me, maybe you should have just withdraw your name. And I'm saying, no. Let them kick me out. And they're already planning. They're already planning because I know the reason why they're planning to kick me out. And it's a bogus reason. And let them send me the letter, because I sent them something saying, kick me out because I do not support the current mandate. I think it should be a 501c3 charitable organization established for the purpose of providing support to the diaspora as a primary function. We will establish a bridge with the Jamaican government. Members should file under the Foreign Agents Registration Act and do everything above board, legal, right? We said that. And I said to them, so I know you guys don't support my position, so kick me out. But when you kick me out, just tell me who are the members on the thing, so that if I do decide to file legal action, I know who to serve. I don't have to go far and wide and try and find. Just tell me, give me the names and the addresses. And I haven't heard from them. But I heard that they're in the process of sending me a letter rejecting my candidacy. But let me tell you something, people.
No, it's not for them to reject. And that is the problem I am having with this issue of the global Jamaica, whatever, elections. It's not for them to reject you because they don't like your stance.
Right.
Then is it considered a democratic process? It's not about the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah, here's another thing that they don't have. One is they don't have an appeals process. So that if you feel aggrieved, who do you appeal to? Do you know what they say? They say whatever we decide is final. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That is absolutely nonsense. And the second thing that they don't have is, tell me about an election where you don't see a write-in section where you can say we can write in who we want. They don't have a write-in section where you can write in a candidate. But you know, there it is. But let me tell you this, people, before I play this quick video and then we'll move on. I will never retreat from my position, my stated position, that the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council should serve the needs and the desires and the hopes and the aspirations of the diaspora. We have people suffering in the diaspora. We have people suffering in Canada, England, and the US. Overseas, we have people suffering. The Diaspora Council should take care of those people first. That's what they should do. I will never retreat from that position. And I will never let anybody use you as a bridge or as a ladder to get to where they want to for personal reasons. What do I mean by that? I am not going to have somebody say that they want to represent you and then what they're actually doing is representing themselves. Them cozy up with the ministers, them have business deals with them. No, that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. And we have a plan B and a plan C. So anyway.
Rattigan, to prove your point about people are suffering, two issues. Remember during COVID, the people on the ship, remember the Ukraine students? Was did the Diaspora organization help the Ukrainian students to repatriate to Jamaica? They
Yes,
did
they did.
not.
No. Hold on for me. One person that I know of that went out right and trying to do everything to help them home was Ambassador Curtis Ward.
No, not one person. We're
We're not
talking
sure
about
about
the
the
organization.
Oh, the organization. Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about,
Sorry.
God rest the dead. No, Curtis Ward is a gentleman. I'm talking about the Diaspora organization and its role and function. And they should have been there to make sure those students got home safely. It took opposition leader Mark Goley to do that, to help them. So that is why we are so adamant that the organization must serve the needs of the people who vote for them. It cannot be about supporting them, raising money and sending it to the government. It makes no sense.
All right. So people, go out tonight. It's right there. connectmeja.com. Just go on, and when you go to the homepage, the very first section, it's register to vote. No, sorry, the first one is register to vote. The second one is register to nominate, and the third one is to count your vote or cast your vote. So the first one, register to vote. Register. Now, we played this before, but I need to play it again so that you can understand what we're up against. Here we go. And then we're going to open the phone line.
Dr. Chin, how easy it is to get everyone on the same page? Because as the minister just said, you're talking about people from England and Canada and New York and all over the place. And I guess people would have different reasons to be there. And I say, well, all right, I want to do this for Jamaica. Somebody will say, no, I want to do that for Jamaica. How easy it is to get everyone on the same page?
Well, we're an advisory role, so pretty much our input, whether they differ or not.
Listen carefully to what you said. This is a lady who's a representative from out west, Shauna Chin. You should say it's an advisory role. You are so what you're telling is that you're voting for her to advise the Jamaican, not to help you. And remember the name of Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. My argument is simply this: if you want it to be a Jamaican government advisory board, then call it the Global Jamaica Government Council. And then don't have any elections. Just appoint people to advise you, the government. But you can't have people vote and then have the representatives say, well, we're an advisory board. We need to change that. People are suffering in the diaspora. We need to change. Look at the Israeli diaspora. Look at the Nigerian diaspora. Look at the Irish diaspora. They help their people in America and wherever else them find them all across the globe. They help them. That's what it's supposed to be. How many of you can actually stand up and honestly tell me that the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council helped you? Because you know what? In their policy, and I believe it's in the terms of reference, it says that they're there to help you, diaspora members, prosper. They use that word, prosper, in the country where you reside. Now, I want to ask you, how many of you can actually stand up and say to me that, yes, the council actually helped me to prosper in America, or they helped me to prosper in the UK, they helped me to prosper in Canada, they helped me to prosper in whatever country on the continent of Africa. How many of you can actually say that? I'm not saying that nobody can say it. What I'm inclined to say is very few of you can say it. And that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. This is all about them cozying up to ministers and taking photos and getting red carpet treatment. I'm not, we don't want, that's not my thing. My thing is about helping people. Listen.
All our input gets collected within the diaspora department, and everything gets used. So it's not a conflict, even though we have differing opinions. The conflict is less than you would think because all ideas are brought to the table.
So how come Rattigan ideas can be brought to the table? All ideas are standing. Yeah, you're right. I have no standing wherever I'm going to go.
Unheard.
Oh, beautiful. Tell me about this election now. How people nominate, where they go, when they go, and what they do.
Well, again, the same connectmeja.com. There is an eligibility requirement. Persons must be of good standing. Persons must demonstrate a willingness, to work with other council members, not to bring the council into disrepute. Persons must demonstrate a willingness to work with the government of Jamaica, because ultimately it's an advisory board. So irrespective of your political opinion or affiliation, the interest is the idea is what is in the best interest of Jamaica, and how do we move forward, because all ideas can contend. So we provide a space for that. We also work with our overseas missions, embassies, high commissions.
There's something he didn't say, that they just put it down, them change the rules in midstream, Them say that if you disagree with the mandate of the council, then your application will be rejected.
That's nonsense.
He never said it right, him just even show a willingness to work. They change it and add, or they added something else to it and say, if you disagree with our mandate, what is the mandate? That the Jamaican government should lead, direct, influence this organization. If you disagree with that, then we're going to reject your application to become a candidate.
And other departments overseas, along with other wider diaspora communities, just to get this thing going. The diaspora elections will be managed by an election committee, and across the 5 regions, 3 in the United.
An election committee influenced by them. The diaspora never have a chance in saying, well, we want these people to sit on the committee. The diaspora as a whole. No, it's them. Put up them friends panel.
States, 1 in the UK and 1 in Canada, and the election committees, they will manage the process of going through vetting the candidates.
So, Mr. Terrelong, if they're involved, if they're responsible for vetting the candidate, how come 4 candidates were put up on the website representing the Northeast, and then all of a sudden we heard that they weren't vetted, and so we take them down? How come? How come people started voting early, according to your folks, and UNO run the thing? How come? How come? You can't have it both ways. You can't say we're in charge of it. Oh, but people voted early. How did they vote early when you're in charge of it? You're in charge of the process. How come? How come you said you have to vet the candidates and put them up, and then you vet the candidates, put up 4 candidates, and now you say, oh, we have to re-vet the candidates. And here's the reason why you say you're re-vetting the candidates. Because there was early voting. Now tell me, what's the connection between early voting and the vetting? What's the connection? Because the candidates didn't vote. The candidates didn't open the gate or hack into the system and let people vote. You are responsible for that.
Ensuring that the voter registration is taking place, and ultimately advise us as to who the winners are.
Yeah. Oftentimes, people who are here, we think that the diaspora have no clue as to what's happening here. Really, they're out of touch, really, Dr. Chin, how is it that you, in your role, managed to stay connected to what was really happening on the ground? There is this ideal that how we want Jamaica to be when you're living outside of Jamaica.
You hear that? You hear that? No, you see what the real purpose is. The real purpose is you in the diaspora, you must help the government of Jamaica, and by extension, the people of Jamaica. Forget about the people where you live who are suffer. Forget about them. Right? And so the question is, how do you know what's going on in Jamaica? How can you help us? And hear the answer.
And then there's actually what's happening on the ground. How did you manage to stay in touch with what was really happening here?
Well, I think one of the good things about the process of the entire council is that we work closely, like Minister said, with our heads of missions, and we have engagement tools that we are in the community. We're engaging in our communities. We have the Diaspora conference that sets us, when we come home, we get to hear all the things that are happening in Jamaica that are affecting Jamaica. We are connected with our...
So hold on, you don't get that from the heads of mission. You just say that you're connected to the heads of mission. Them can't tell you what's going on in Jamaica. You're so dumb that you can't. You have people that you are supposed to liaise with, and you're saying we don't know what's going on in Jamaica until we go home for the conference. And when you're going for the conference, what is the conference? The conference is networking. That's what it is. It's about establishing and reestablishing friendship. I know people have been to the conference many times and they've said I'm not going again because it is a liming event. It's where you go and you play golf and you eat big food and you drink big drinks and you you chat and you carry on, and at the end of the day, there's nothing to show for it for the people of Jamaica and the people in the diaspora. Nothing. It's all about somebody investing money in Jamaica and making money after the backs of the people of Jamaica. Or them turn on and send products here and have we buy them and make money off of it. That's what it is. It's a money-making venture. It's not about helping people. Shauna, you know it. You know it. Be true to yourself.
Heads of missions, so that we know exactly what does Jamaica need. So
you hear that? Not what the diaspora need. What Jamaica need.
It's not. There does.
Because she giddy. She can't even explain herself properly. And she'll get some softball questions.
Come a point where it's a little difficult trying to remain in contact with Jamaica. But I think the important thing is that we remain on the ground because we're connected with the heads of missions.
That's it. That's it. You're there with the heads of mission. And then we had a candidate who came on and said she would see herself as getting investments for Jamaica. And I said to her, but wait a minute. That is the function of the ambassador and the CGs. And also, guess what? You have honorary consuls. That is their job. That is not the Global Jamaica Diaspora. That should never be the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council's job. It should never be.
Or diaspora engagement options that the government has offered, such as the Diaspora Conference. So we're able to get as much information as possible to understand exactly what is needed so that we can provide the resources within our network to be able to assist.
Yep.
But Rattigan, there's a serious disconnect between what she's saying and how things are supposed to happen. And here is the disconnect for me. She is talking about the diaspora. She's in the diaspora, but she's talking about the government, Jamaica, the government. And she's yet to say anything about the representation of the people within the diaspora.
Exactly.
What is it she's going to do? The organization. How is it she intends to do it? And as a matter of fact, when there is a natural disaster, it is not for the government to come and say, raise money and send it to us. Not at all. It is for the Diaspora Council to reach out, and as a matter of fact, as a body, they should meet and say, there is a situation, there's a natural disaster. We have to make a contribution to help alleviate some of the strain and the stress on the people through whatever donations we collect that is in the Diaspora Council's coffers. It should never be all you're going to do is raise money, send it down, and you have no say. What about the persons who are raising that money with you? What about their children going to school? What about their circumstances? What about their health? You don't know their situations, but you're representing them, and all you can do is raise money and send it to the government of Jamaica, raise and send it to the government of Jamaica. What about your representation of the people in that region? Their lives don't matter. Their concerns have nothing to you, only the government. Because she said she's yet to say anything about the people in that. So what is the purpose then?
If I may, and I said it on my program a couple of days ago, members of the Jamaican diaspora are multimillionaires, you know. So when the government come down and ask them for money, just throw it and give it to them, and who put it in handbag and carry back to Jamaica? Go into the handbag, go back to Jamaica, you hear nothing more about it. When you ask about it from the diaspora, oh, shut your mouth. How dare you ask about it? It's in the consolidated fund. They came up for this Jamaica telethon, Hard Rock Cafe. Have you heard how much money they collect yet? Have you heard the grand total of the money they collect for the people of Jamaica? Nothing. The Jamaican diaspora, and I will say this and without any apology, majority of members of the Jamaican diaspora, all they want is recognition to get the order of old dead donkey, the order of old jackass, the order of old cow. That's all they want. They don't think about the Jamaican people. And this government has been milking the diaspora and continues to milk this diaspora.
Yes. Yeah, but remember, was it Dr. Crabbe said, yeah, just send the money, come and shut your mouth. You don't have any say.
Right.
You know, you have no say. And then, but you know what? It is now incumbent on the members of the diaspora to demand more of those who put up themselves for representation and say, no, if you are not going to represent the interests of those who live in the diaspora, then we can't support your candidates.
They
It's
will
as simple
not.
as that.
They will not, Marie.
But
will not.
they won't do it. But here's how you handle that. What you do is every time you have a need in the diaspora, whatever the need is, I say to the people of the diaspora, send them an email and make a phone call to them and say, listen, I voted for you. I want some help. And keep doing it every day, every day, every day, every day, and twice on Sundays. Just call them up, send them an email, say, listen, my landlord throw me out, and I need help on the sale, no make me prosper. Please help me for prosper, because my landlord fling me out. Oh, we need some medical assistance, I don't have the money. How me go about doing this? We need some food stamps, we need this, we need that. Whatever you need, you go to them, because that's what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be serving the community. That's what they're supposed to do. Folks, listen.
That's what I think.
The phone line is open. The phone line is open, 667-369-8569. And we have Mr. Jeffrey Tavares, and we have Sister Maria with us, and yours truly, so you can call and you can ask all the questions you want to ask. And remember, we have about an hour left, so it's plenty of time for a call and we can have a discussion. So the phone line is open. I know some of you are eager to call. I know some of you are fearful. You don't want to call, especially, the ones who believe that we're going to antagonize them. So while we're waiting for you to call, let me see. Durang, no ratty, no vote. All right. Let me see when Miss Caldas arrives.
A very good evening to you and welcome to All Angles. My name is Andrea Chisholm and I'm filling in for Dion. Now, for the first half of the program, we're going to be talking about some of the key findings and recommendations of the Auditor General's report. And it speaks about the procurement practices of the University Hospital of the West Indies. And later in the program, for the second half of the show, we're going to talk about the controversial enhanced games. It allows athletes to use performance-enhancing drugs. But we're going to start off with the Auditor General's report. And on Tuesday, the University Hospital of the West Indies, that information was made public. So we're going to be jumping right in. We don't have time to go through every single details, but we're going to be picking out some of the highlights. My guests this evening are Dr. Gavin Mars, the new Principal Director of the National Integrity Action NIA, and the Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, Jeanette Calder. Good evening.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us. Well, the audit focused on the University Hospital of the West Indies, as we all know, and it covered the period from the start of the fiscal year.
Our first call. Caller, good night. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Jamaica. Good night to the lovely lady. Welcome, Sister Daisy. Jeffrey, big up yourself.
Good night.
Good night, Miss P. Rattigan, put up
Good night, my darling.
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you. We're hearing you.
19 to the end of the fiscal.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Jeffrey, good night. Good night, Daisy.
Morning, love. Good night, my darling.
We have a topic up there. Last month, December, we pay $4,222.82 light bill. Now, due the 5th of February, $12,463.80. Help somebody, anybody murder. Can somebody help me? No, look at last month, we pay $4,000, $4,222.82. And if 5th of February come, due $12,463.80. $463.80. No, almighty God of grace. If me are 20 years younger, me make war of Jamaica, you know. Me broke war, me know, I mean, I be Rose Parker. Now, Mr. Darrell Vaz, you know, I don't go like, you know, watch Rattigan them program and watch, you know. Darrell Vaz, Andrew Holness, Favor Williams, will take up 150,000 US Allen JPS.
Million.
I have JPS still extort me. Brother, you fi do better. You fi do better because I not work. Where me I go get money to pay this now? Eh? Talk it truth.
Let me ask you a question. Did you, in your estimation, did you use current reflecting that bill from that time till now?
Me not use the same amount of current when me not use not more. Me have one fridge. And me use my TV. And like one night, me might use one bulb sometimes. Night come down and compulse me have to go in the kitchen. Me turn on the light. Go in the kitchen, do what me have to do. Probably me not cook a night, so I do not long, lock off. Night come here, go to bathroom, me not go in like that. Me turn on the light, go to the bathroom, come back, me not sleep in the light.
So you don't think that this bill is an accurate reflection of the electricity you've used over the time?
This can't be accurate. So they said let them put 7%. So you correct them put 10 times 7. That's 70%. Because 4,000 add 3 4s are 12. So that means just said nearly 280% going on for the light bill. Me not got a college, you know, so me not so bright. But at least 3 4s are 12. Right? So at least them in a reach 180%. Nearly 200%. I'll cover 200% somewhere they say there. Brother, hurricane just blow. Water fall in my house, me not happy. Anyway, me am gonna highlight it because then listen them program and then know. Them is wicked and JPS, JPS personnel, wicked. That's why I don't have got PAAC meeting. Because I know I tell, I don't know one go answer to question. The next thing now, Ratty. Me ask question, a question me ask.
Yeah.
He's a liar, and I'll do regardless, he don't practice at Jamaica, but he's a Jamaican and he's a liar. Help me with this. How we look for a minister of the government going to court when the police allegedly killed 3 notorious gunmen, well known upon the radar answer, and the police get them, and the member of parliament going to court to represent the dead man them and to go against the police. How that looked to you?
Yeah.
Be witness.
Yeah, you're talking
witness at the case. How that look?
Yeah, I think you referred to the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Floyd Green. I believe that he was called. What's that, Jeffrey?
Was he the one who put on the bench and answer questions?
Yeah, he's. I think Mr. Floyd Green is a witness for the Crown, because
he was he the one?
Yeah, my understanding is
he's a witness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Floyd. Yeah, how does it look? Well, from what I'm hearing, he said that he just happened to be in a position to see what actually took place, and therefore he's coming to explain to the court what took place, when it took place, his version of the events. How does it look? How does it look? Well, here's the thing, Miss P. If he witnessed it, then it doesn't matter whether he's an MP or not. If he's a witness, he's a witness. And what that means is that then he becomes subject to cross-examination. So he's not just going to come in there and just say, I saw it, and then get up and then walk out and go about in business. he's going to be subjected to who, when, where, why, what, how, and he's going to have to explain. So, and I have full faith and confidence that if there's anything that is untoward regarding regarding justice in this matter, as far as witnesses, witness statements, witness identification, I know that Mr. Hugh Wildman is going to unearth it and is going to bring this thing out. Hold on a second there. Hold on, Miss P. On Team Kangal and Loverman, they say they're looking at the list of the candidates and they don't see me. Look in the northeast and tell me if you see a beautiful picture up there. If you don't see it, you can make me know. Yes, Miss P. So that's it. If the MP said he witnessed the event, then and the Crown is calling him as a witness, then that's fine. That's no problem, because what he witnessed, he didn't witness it as an MP. He witnessed it as a Jamaican citizen. So now he's going to be subjected to cross-examination, and we'll see how that works out. We'll see if what he's saying is true.
But yeah, me understand. But morally, why would an MP mix up with alleged gunman, notorious Jamaica most wanted? Well, that's him alleged. But looking and get a shot too.
Well, here's the thing. It depends. It depends. Was he with them, or did he observe the incident from afar? So all of these things, the questions you're raising, they will be answered, if not on direct examination, definitely during cross-examination. He will be asked, where were you? What was the time of day? What were you doing over there? How far was it from where you are? Do you wear glasses? All of these things will come out. All of these things will come out.
Again, to me, Dalrymple was convicted and charged, plead guilty, and now she becomes a member of parliament. 2, she becomes in a committee of something to do with the IC.
Correct.
So what I'm asking, the question me asking, when you're in a committee, you question the judge?
Well, she based on my understanding, she's a member of the oversight committee, and they're supposed to be looking at the function and the effectiveness of the Integrity Commission, and also the what's the function, the funding function and effectiveness. They're supposed to be looking at those things. So, but what I find interesting.
And I see him in charge.
There you go.
Then, I'm sorry, me had a bleed 12,000, it's 13,000 of pay like me have it. But when me look sponsor, this country take time of plunge in some corruption. You have to roll your tongue. What is happening in Jamaica? There is nobody can defend with. What we are going to do to get out of this corruption business there? The country can't strive, can't not breed. The country can't go with them at type of something like you watch Parliament Tuesday?
No.
You see them Dalrymple get up after Isaac talk something, and referee. And the woman are going to get up and go talk and make it look like Isaac says so. Isaac, I'm going to tell you, sir, we have to make sure that the thing is straight before we put it out there. Because we don't want to be a copier and this, that. We want to make sure every eye that the cross. And if don't say the woman get up, I got to talk about we have reputable this and reputable that. And I got never tell you say they are reputable. They don't go read the bill and say it's flawed. There are things like we need to adjust our railway. And when they talk about take back. Take back what? If me have the power, we don't know, we're going to back one clip, but what I know of Parliament.
All right. Miss P, tell you what. Now run. All right. Take care of yourself. Be well. Bye-bye.
Well, the caller need to understand that it's a chaka government.
Yeah, caller, good night. Welcome to Comrades, Miss Rattigan. Where
Good
you
night,
calling?
good night. Let me turn this down, please. Okay. Good night, Mr. Rattigan.
Good night. Miss Philly, you sound sick, man. What's going on? Hello? 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 All right, Miss Philly will call her back.
And Miss Philly that Ratty.
And Miss Philly?
No, sir.
Oh, hold on there. Which one is this? This one is this. Is this? Roll it up, roll it up. Is this, when it's a meet our candidates, is that the candidate for the Northeast? Caller, good night. Welcome to Comrades, Miss Rattigan. Hold on.
Good night, Mr. Rattigan.
Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on. This might be the youth Northeast. No, this might be the youth council.
This is the youth council, yes.
That's the youth council. That's the youth council. That's the youth council. Meet our candidate. Somebody's saying, yeah, but that's the youth council. Click again. Let me see something. Hold on a second, Miss Philly. Hold on. Go up. Scroll up, please. Keep going. Because I don't see anybody from the Northeast. If you look there, you don't see anybody from the Northeast. Oh, Northeast. Amanda. Yeah, this click on 2. Yeah. All right, go. Let me see. Well, easy. Go. Oh, Hope Wade. Oh, yeah, see Hope Wade there. Right. So when we there, keep going there. Keep going. Them done with me. Keep going. Keep going. There is Michelle. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. All right, people.
Report for this because that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable.
All right, people. Want to see what happened now, though? Them cut me out of the thing. Them effectively, them say meet your candidates, and guess who not upon it? Me. So you know what happened now?
No. What's the recourse?
Mr. Rattigan, hold a minute for me, sir. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
You're a Jamaican citizen. You live in the United States. And if this is where they're going to continue, if this is how they're going to do these things, then we
disband the organization.
No, you know what we need to do? No, you know what we need to do now? Now is when we really need to register it. Now is when we really need to register it and take it away from them.
Yes.
And do it the right way this time. This is what we need to do now. We need to register it and take it away from them.
Exactly. And sue them for the name.
Right. Because OT, put up the one where hold on there. Let me show you something, people. All right, want to see that? Hold on.
Remember, I have somebody online, you know.
Yeah, Miss Philly, hold tight, Miss Philly, hold tight. All right, Miss Philly.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let me see something. Let me see. I'm trying to find the picture. Hold on. I think Kevin have it now. 1 second. Let me see. Hold on. All right, people, take a look at this. All of you who just look on that thing there, this is what they put out on their website. Look at this. See that?
I don't understand this.
See that? They put out 4 people for the Northeast right there. All right. And guess what happened? It's only one person who's not on this current list, the latest list. One person. And there's a gentleman in this picture, 4 with 3 ladies. Those 3 ladies, they're there. So let's see what happened.
That is unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable.
And guess what? They said that the only time they put up your pictures after they've vetted you and they've approved your candidacy. And there it is. I was vetted and approved. And then they come, we're going to deal with this, man. Frenzy, we did register it, but there's a story, there's a backstory. And now what I need is now, we need, well, we had a little group that did it, but what we need now, we need the people power. We need all of us now to get behind and do this thing and do it properly. And then once we do it, guess what happened now? Them can't function, because what happened is that you just send them a cease and desist letter saying, if you use that term, Global Jamaica Diaspora Council for the Northeast, for example, where do you register it in all of the states them? Register it in all of the states them. And it not take much to activate it, to reactivate it. It doesn't take much. But we have things we have to do. We have things that we have to do. Yeah, but see the writers of people that I was vetted and put up as a candidate. And now, no sister, on the boy and upon the thing.
Oh, that kind of sabotage cannot be allowed to go to continue. That is nonsense. So is that how they intend to be operating? They don't like you, so you cannot run for something. So who makes the decision? The people who are voting or the Minister of State? That makes no sense.
Yeah, this is democracy at work, people. This is democracy at work. If we're not like,
well, it is unacceptable.
All right, Miss Philly. Miss Philly?
Yes. Okay, good night again, Mr. Rattigan.
Yeah, you know, sound too good enough. I might have to bring something and I might have to bring.
Hi, Miss Philly. How are you, my darling? Are you okay?
Good night, Miss Philly. Look like you need some 10, 11. Yeah.
The voice not so strong.
Okay.
With Miss Dalrymple, how can a person who is charged for crime preside on an IC committee? Nothing can go so. And I wish the PMP could talk that down. It's not supposed to happen. All right? Number two, before I get to my main point. Now with what's going on with this voting system, they struck you off the list. So they are saying they have the right to do that. No, you do what you have to do, because I know you know what to do. And yes, register the organization, and they can't use it when that is done. And they must be reported to the U.S. because they did not pay the fees that they're supposed to pay. They owe the U.S. money in taxes. So they are supposed to be dealt with and accordingly. You hear me, sir?
Yeah, man. I hear you.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, let me get to this main point.
Okay.
And I'm finished. Now, when it come on to the UHWI saga and the specifics, there must be some gaps within the system. And of course, there is some gaps that have allowed this fraud to continue and for so long undetected. Now, what could be the main gaps, Mr. Rattigan, for this system to go on undetected? For sure, Tufton and his cronies knew. But what happened to the wider body of the people managing the committee? Why it was never detected? Or was it covered up? They knew, and they said, okay, let's join together and cover this thing. What really goes on with him?
All right.
You understand me?
Yeah, I do, Miss Philly. What
All
you do,
right,
Miss
okay.
Philly? Yeah.
I'll hang up
I'll
on you.
listen.
Again.
All right, thanks.
I'll listen to you now.
Okay. Miss Philly, first of all, we're concerned about your health. We want you to get well soon, because we're used to that strong, vibrant voice, and we don't like how you're weak out. So let us know if you need anything, and we'll be there in a jiffy. If we can't do it ourselves, we can Uber things and make sure say you're all right, because we need you, because the struggle is real and the struggle is long. So we need you. But but getting to your question about why is it that these things were allowed to happen, and you had people and you had committees and oversight to exert oversight, what happened? From what I've been told is that these things happen at a very high level, and there was a certain amount of arrogance associated with it, and a certain amount of links, connection that listen, I know this person and I can do whatever I want, and none of you dare say anything. And so the people below, they just followed orders, they followed instructions because they knew what was going on. Thank God for the whistleblower, because it was a whistleblower who reached out to the Auditor General. And we need more people like that whistleblower. So, but tune in this Saturday, because this Saturday we're going to do a complete expose. We're going to break down not only that report, but the report for the fertilizer. And we're going to show you how things run in Jamaica, where people just do whatever they feel like doing because of who they are. And all you need to do, if you have any misconception about who people are in Jamaica, who run things in Jamaica, just looking at the prison and tell me if you see people from certain areas, from certain families, if you see any of them in a prison, and you can't tell
and
me.
it's not because they're not crime producers.
There you go.
But they just have the right complexion for protection, and they live in a certain neighborhood, you know. But back to the this thing, you not being on the thing there.
Well,
that cannot be allowed to stand. Yes. That cannot be allowed to stand, because they are disenfranchising persons who want to support you. So how then can they be respectful of the democratic process? This is not Andrew Holness's bedroom. This is not the Jamaica Labour Party. This is an organization that people want to support you. They have a right, they're entitled to that right. And so them taking that away, all the other three women should stand up and say, no, if you are taking his right away to be there, the persons who want to, then I have to stand down. But the fact that they have not stood down tells you everything that you need to know.
They won't stand down, Marie. They want to get the order of, Jeffrey, behave yourself tonight.
Well, on the caller, good night.
That is ridiculous.
Caller, good night.
Good night.
Hello.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Rattigan.
Good night. How you doing?
And
hi, my dear.
This is such a hypocrisy with Andrew.
We're not hearing, Mr. Rattigan. We're not hearing.
Okay, hold on a second. Talk. Hello.
Yes. Could you hear me?
Yeah, go. Can you hear Jeffrey?
Hello.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you're muted. Go ahead, please.
A little bit better. She can go ahead.
This is unacceptable that Andrew Holness lives in Jamaica, but he can control the diaspora. I think you need to investigate the school who is taking all this information, because Andrew needs to be stopped. This nonsense needs to stop. He cannot run Jamaica, and he wants to control people in the diaspora. That is rubbish. And this needs to stop. And there is law and order. So if Andrew thinks him powerful in Jamaica, you better think again. You understand? Because this shit needs to stop. It needs to stop now. Enough is enough. How these people so happen to get elected? Who voted for them?
Well, they haven't been elected yet. What happened is that they've been vetted and approved by the government of Jamaica. And I guess at some point I was vetted and approved. And somehow I'm no longer.
You know the nonsense, the sickening thing about this? When I tell you, I feel it for the younger generation.
Yeah.
I feel it for the younger generation to see this nonsense of this pig, because that's what he is. He's nowhere called human being. And this needs to stop. And Andrew, Michael, Holness, remember me tell you, say, we will see. We will see, Andrew. You think so you're a bad man? Bad man don't say them bad man. Remember that. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it is deeply concerning, Rattigan, that the democratic process is not being respected. because it is not, there's no grounds, you have done nothing untoward as a candidate. When you put up yourself, you put yourself up for representation. There's nothing untoward that would cause you. They verified you, first of all, but because they don't like what you stand for, then you're not. Oh, that makes no sense. And that is the problem that I'm having, because if persons want to support you, let the voting process play out. Let everybody vote and see who comes out the winner. How can they sit down and say, no, I'm going to disqualify you because I don't like you? And then people must sit down and just raise money and send it and give them. That process has to stop. There has to be some level of accountability. And it is not the process, it's not the prerogative of the minister to decide who wants to run. They put out some guidelines as to what are what the guidelines are for you to follow. Okay, you met those guidelines, but now they don't like your. What does it mean? You have to. I am trying my best to fully understand the why.
Here, can you hold on?
I'm not hearing you, Rattigan.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you now.
Okay, all right. Let me show you the kind of person they want to represent you. Look at this.
Are you familiar with the Jamaican government's involvement in the diaspora?
Hold on a second. Let me show you something. Hold on. This is one of the candidates. All right. This is one of the three ladies up there. We know about this lady already. We know that. God help us. But this is one of the candidates. Let me play that little piece of the interview there.
For a council?
I know that's a.
Listen. No, what Kevin is asking,
Here.
Let me set this up properly. Hold on. Let me set this up properly. Here's what Kevin is asking. Hold on. Kevin is asking about this document. 1 second. Okay. Here it is. Kevin is asking about this document. This document is the Bible of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. This explains what you do on a daily, quarterly, yearly basis. Here's the document. This is a document, terms of reference. This is what he's asking her about. This is if you're going to apply for, would be like a manual for a company if you're going to apply for a job, and you would get the company manual and see what the company is involved with, the products they make, their mission, their goals, their achievements, all that stuff. This is what Kevin is asking her. So he's not asking her, this is not a trick question. He's not asking her about something that she didn't know or couldn't know. He's asking her about something that she should have known. Here, listen.
The Jamaican government's involvement in the diaspora, and the Diaspora Council.
Here it is.
Here.
Are you familiar with the Jamaican government's involvement in the diaspora and the Diaspora Council?
I know that's a part of. I know that's a part of the diaspora. I know the government has to be involved because you have to give a report to the government as to what you do. Yes, I do. I know that much. Yes, but in terms of like how deeply involved, I'm not sure.
So for you personally, you're okay with working for the Jamaican government in this capacity?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Jamaican government is interested.
You hear that?
Then she should not be, the persons in the diaspora should not vote for her because she's not representing their interests, because their interest means nothing to her. That is the problem that I am having with all of this.
And the incumbent feels the same way. The incumbent
what they should do, Rattigan, is run for representational politics in Jamaica, because this is about the diaspora. So how can they be more interested in doing the bidding of the government and not the bidding of the persons who they're asking to vote for them? Because Caroline cannot vote for her.
Correct. Correct.
So if Terry Long cannot vote for her and all the persons at the airport cannot vote for her, what is the purpose? How can she be in representing their interest more than the interest of the person? You vote for somebody to represent your interest. Am I correct? Isn't that what a voting process is about?
Correct.
So how can she not be more concerned about the persons who are voting for her? That makes no sense to me. That is a serious disconnect because all she's talking about the government and the government and the government. This is not a government organization.
But
And if it
Marie,
did she register with FARA?
No, none of them registered for her. None of them. The incumbent hasn't registered. None of them.
Yes, Jeffrey, you were saying something.
All they wanted to have the order of old dead donkey behind their name, you know.
Hold on a second.
But don't come into these organizations. Don't put themselves for these kinds of organizations, Jeffrey. Find other ways to do it.
All right, hold on 1 second. Caller, good night. Welcome to Come Reason with Rattigan. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Denver, Colorado.
Hey, Denver. How's the weather? How's the weather, Denver?
You sound like she's freezing.
Mr. Rattigan.
Yeah.
You need to put the caller's volume up.
It's all the way up. All the way
Another
up.
thing
The
that
system
I
now.
probably want to put out there, Rattigan, as a disclaimer. You probably is too knowledgeable for this diaspora. So that's why you weren't being put on as a candidate, because I've been looking all last week over the candidates and I wasn't able to see the candidates, and I was messaging you because I was like, where is Rattigan on this? Because I am eligible to vote, you know, so I was definitely looking for you on there, but I did not see you as a candidate on there to vote. So, you know, I think one other thing is this: if you can look at this pattern of how this behavior has been done, they're trying to farm a JLP number 2 in America, you know. So it's not a diaspora thing. They want their leaderships all to be somebody who supports the government. They believe that you cannot be neutral and be a part of them. They want somebody who connect to the government, speak highly of the government and all of these things. So if you're not on that part, you're speaking for Jamaica, they won't have you as their candidate. I think you don't meet their criteria.
Let me ask you a question. Did you see? I'm going to put something up on the screen and tell me, because you said you checked last week and you didn't see me as a candidate. Did you see this? Did you see this at any time?
So I did not see any of the candidate for the northeast region on there. I remember this person. I've seen this person on your show before.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
I watched that night when I did not see that up there.
Okay, because that came from. If you look right here, you see. Let me show you. See it right here, right also. See, look up at the top left. See that? Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. It came from their website. Here's the website, connectmeja.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at their website right now, and these picture, your picture is not on there.
Yeah,
actually.
I know.
I saw the ladies there, but you're not there.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So it's just like, I mean, if you're talking about a diaspora, you're talking about all of us involved. We're going to have our different opinions about things. And as Jamaican, we all want our country to be better. And if we see foolishness is taking place, we're going to talk about it. So the minute you talk about something that they don't like, you know, you cannot be a part of the leadership in there. So my question to you, what can we do from here?
All right.
Is there, who did register us as a diaspora? Was this the Jamaica government? Because all of this is the Jamaica government pretty much doing. You know, the Jamaica government is giving instruction on what is to be done. Where do we go from here?
All right, here's where we go from here. We're going to sit down and we're going to strategize. We're not going to have a knee-jerk reaction to anything right now. We're just going to wait for them to go through with their election and do whatever they want to do. And then I have some plans, but let's just wait. Let's just be patient, because right now they've taken a step, a dangerous step, and so let them continue down that path. We will just sit back and watch, and at the appropriate moment we will do whatever we have decided to do, and I trust that you will be a part of it as well. And let me be clear. Let me be clear to people, because sometimes people say, "Oh, it sounds like you're threatening." We're not threatening anyone. No physical violence, nothing like that. All we're saying is that we have a strategy to deal with this nonsense, and at a certain point in time, we will. Right now, we're just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. Sit back and just watch them go through it, and we're just, as Mr. B said, we're just ball out.
I hear that. But Rattigan, when were you informed that you're not eligible, or you weren't selected for the candidate?
I was never. Tonight is the first time when OT put it up on the screen and I go through it. I remember I said to her, "Look at the Northeast." I was never informed. Maybe there's an email waiting for me now when we're finished. But as of 7 o'clock tonight when I came on, there was nothing there saying that you're no longer eligible. So this came as a surprise to me when OT put up the candidates for the council. And then I saw these three, because I was looking for the Northeast to see if the three ladies, if their pictures would be there, and the pictures are there. Mine, of course, excluded. So
that is so unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if for instance, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So there were 4 people, we only need 3, and we're going to select from the 4 that we have. 1 would have to be eliminated. I mean, you should be informed, like, well, this was the process. There were 4 of you. We only need 3 people, and you are eliminated for this reason, or stuff like that. I don't think that is really the way to go. I think this is unprofessional for them to be dealing with stuff in this kind of way. And if we're talking about eligibility, or I listened to one of the person that is now a candidate on your show, and I was kind of like wondering if it's the representative. This person is somebody who people would want them to represent them for this region. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'll leave it where it's at, and I'll be in touch with you from time to time, and I definitely want to see where we go from here, because I mean, this is just kind of like, we are taking a certain amount of people out of what we're doing because they don't speak highly of the government. If you speak of the government, Rattigan, you would be the candidate.
Right.
If you were speaking highly of the government and not talking the truth about stuff that is happening in Jamaica, maybe if you never bring up the school bus, you would probably be the candidate. So yeah, but let you get somebody else on, because
Well, look, like I said, I said before, I said, listen, the candidate doesn't have to be me, but the candidate has to represent the diaspora. So it could be somebody else, but as long as they say that we don't believe that the government should run, lead, direct, influence this organization, they should be out of it. This organization should be a 501c3 registered charitable organization. The purpose of it should be to focus on the diaspora. And then secondary, we have a relationship with the government, and members should register under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. I'd be fine with that. But guess what? None of them going to say that. None of them going to say that.
They're not going to speak that way, because that's not what they're really looking for the diaspora to be. Mr. Jeffrey Tavares, I heard one time mention how much they want to, just kind of use the diaspora. We just send whatever the diaspora can afford to Jamaica, and that's it. Because all we are here for as a diaspora member is just to give to Jamaica. It's not a partnership where, everybody get to have a play in the situation and work in the best interest of our people, know. So that's not how they're gonna do things, and I get that, and I see a lot of politics at play, because I'm looking at some of the candidates, and believe me, I personally is gonna do my own research, because some names that I've seen here, and I know how to get some research done and know who knows these people and what their political affiliations are. Okay. I'm saying that now.
Okay. All right. Well, look, stay warm, because you have some rough weather heading your way. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So look, stay warm and stay connected to us. All right. And
absolutely. And you all stay blessed.
Right. And in the fullness of time, we'll let you know what we're doing.
Sounds good.
All right. Take care now.
Yeah. You know something? We have some difficult days ahead of us. What the late Martin Luther King Jr. said. We have some difficult days ahead of us in this diaspora. And if we, the people who believe in the democracy of Jamaica, within the diaspora, don't stand up now and speak out, then may God help our country. Because if they're bringing the dirty style of politics here in the diaspora, what it says about the political elites in Jamaica, Mr. Rattigan, we have some difficult days ahead of us.
We're up to the
Because
challenge.
I have climbed from the mountaintop and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but we as a people must get to the promised land.
Yeah. But you know, Miss Colorado has a point. And I will expound on that. It is unethical, it is immoral. Because it is not for them to sit down and decide that they don't want Rattigan because Rattigan is not ringing their bell. Because here's the thing, how can you ring the bell when the hospital system is broken? Should you look at it and say, oh no, it is not broken? It is broken. How can you look at it and say the Prime Minister's statutory declarations are certified? They have yet to be certified. That is a problem. How can you look at the country and say there's no corruption in the problem? When you look and you see their money is missing, unaccounted for left, right, and center, and nobody seems to care. Look at Cornwall Regional Hospital, Beryllium Regional Hospital. And all this cost overrun for how many years now? And you have nurses tending to bodies, human beings on the floor beside a dead body, and you must just sit and say, oh, nothing to see here. And two things can be true at the same time. We can walk and eat chewing gum at the same time. And here's it. Everybody has a political preference. Let nobody tell that, oh, I'm not political. Politics runs everybody's life. However, in this situation, one has to be apolitical because it is not about the interest of the governing party. It is the interest of the people, especially those who live within the diaspora. And you can care about the interests of the people who live in the diaspora as well as what is happening on the ground in Jamaica. Both things can happen. And your political preference has nothing to do with it. If one is about accountability, transparency, and good governance, then you should be able to stand up and call a spade and say to the government, after 2 months, why have you yet to build any houses in Westmoreland for the persons who have been affected by Melissa? Okay? And you should be able to say that without fear of retaliation from the government. And their hands, and they should not be sitting in Jamaica and meddling in the elections of a diaspora council, which they do not live in the diaspora. So what about the persons who live in the diaspora and will be are affected by issues that are happening in the diaspora? And the only purpose that you serve to them is to work the money and send it come. Just raise money and give us, raise money and give us, raise money and give us. What about the people who are raising the money? They don't have any lives? Is there nothing that concerns you about their existence? This is unacceptable. And I have a problem with the persons who are the candidates who have not said anything. I don't know if they have, I've heard it, but I have a problem with them not standing up to say no. Let the democratic process play out. Let Rattigan remain. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, so be it. But he should not be denied. The persons who want to vote for him should not have been denied that opportunity, and that is unfortunate.
Have you heard this song before, Marie? As we fight for the power and the greed, Jack Kingdom must fall.
Yeah, that's Ernie Smith.
Ernie Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You know something? And I know they will not speak to me, and I really don't care. None of those candidates will ever come out and say no. Because everybody needs the power and the greed, you know, to say yes.
But they cannot say no, Jeffrey, because they're not affected. They're not sitting on those floors in the hospitals, are they? No, they're not.
And when they go to Jamaica for this so-called diaspora conference, are they going to the hospitals to look?
No, they're not going to look. And if they should take sick, they're going to make sure to get on the first thing smoking out of there.
Uh-huh.
So why not care about and in raising funds and sending it down, they should be the first to make sure there's some accounting of the monies that they're sending. But nobody seems to care. The monies disappear and you just say, oh, raise more and send it come. Raise more. It cannot be that way.
Even if they ask, they will never get the truth. The COVID money went down. It went down into a handbag. And when they ask about the money, they said it's in the consolidated fund. They ask, can we show it in the consolidated fund? Until now, they can't hear where the money is separated. It went down into a handbag.
Shameful. And for all of those persons to sit down and accept this as normal, it's shame on them.
All right, look, we have 3 minutes to go. So, Jeffrey, give us your remarks before we lock off.
Well, I want to say this tonight, that it's unfortunate that this diaspora that claim is a part of Jamaica. Well, tonight, we can see it's not a part of Jamaica. It's for the Jamaican people. Many of them in the diaspora will not get up and stand up and speak out about this dictatorial government of the Jamaican government infiltrating the diaspora. And it is unfortunate that you, Mr. Rattigan, your name is no longer on the ballot because of the people of the effluence of society in our country. But regardless of what, we will continue to fight for the people of this nation. And they will not shut us up. They will not shut us up. Join me on Saturday as I come to you live from Washington for the funeral service of one of Jamaica's eldest statesmen, a man who has served his country well, a man who continued to fight when he was alive for the people of this country and for the people of the Jamaican diaspora. Ambassador Curtis Ward will be coming live on the Make We Talk program. So until then, may God bless you and continue to watch Mr. Rattigan program and join me on Monday on the Make We Talk Current Affair program. We'll have special guests and all kind of guests coming on.
All right.
Marie, over to you.
All right.
Okay, Jeffrey. There has to come a point where people stand up and say enough is enough. Because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And in order to see for a better Jamaica to emerge, people have to stand up and call that which is wrong, wrong, and that which is right, right. And no one should sit by and allow for these kind of shenanigans to go on and people be able to act as if it is normal. It is not normal. It's unacceptable. It's immoral. It's unethical. And they're basically saying that if you speak out against us, though it's your right, then we're going to sabotage you. We're going to retaliate against you in any which way, shape, or form. And people need, Andrew Horn starts to talk about his legacy. History is writing his legacy as we speak. And it's not a nice one. It's not a nice one. And in order for his legacy to be different, he has to be different. He has to make that choice. And if he continues down this path, oh my God, the stories that will last into eternity about him will not be nice. Will not be nice. So it's up to him to course correct, because he can course correct and say, something, this politics of retaliation and vengeance and revenge against persons who don't like what I say is unacceptable, because everyone has the right to decide his own destiny. And it's not for the Jamaican government to decide the destiny of persons within the diaspora.
All right. Sister Marie, thank you very much. Brother Jeffrey, big up yourself. Folks, don't forget, we have some fundraising efforts going on over here. We have donation for the OJLDF so that we can continue fighting the good fight. We have the Melissa, for the Melissa Relief. And then we have the one for Mr. Buchanan, the appeal for the concerning the election that took place on September 3rd. And Don, so me in the program so early. No, I'm in it early because me have a hearing in the morning. I'm have to go prepare. Me have a client. Me have to go call right now. So that's it. But look, want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank my two family members for showing up and carrying the program with me, and all of you in the chat who are upset about what took place. I want you to just keep this in mind. I want everybody to remember this picture because this is a picture they don't want you to see. This picture. They don't want you to see this picture, this one, because this is the one where they said you're vetted and you're approved. And then they come back now because they don't put you up unless you're vetted and approved. This picture is going to play a pivotal role in what we do going forward. So I want all of you to just keep the faith. We have some things in the works, and by the grace of God, we will be successful. So don't worry about it. Contain your rage, because there's a time where we're going to ask you to express it, but express it in a creative way, not in a way where that you're feeling right, in an emotional manner, not that, And so, yeah, 4th Jenna Jerome, yeah, everybody can screenshot that and you can start asking the questions. How is it that for the Northeast, we had 4 candidates vetted, and now we have some candidates and we just see that one person gone. So that's where we are. So until Saturday, take care of yourself. You will. I'm glad we remember now.
Jeffrey, good to see you, my friend.
I remember the weather.
Everybody a blessed night.
The weather is going to be bad, so go ahead and make your preparations to be snowbound.
Stay home.
Yes, big up on yourself. Bless up. Come in, OT. Come in.
A real strong soldier in a army. No simpleton can disarm me. Well, fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day. Defending your rights, I saw him stay. Well, fight for the people every day. Risk him life for the people every day. Get criticized for the people every day.
On October 28th, Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, turned her wrath upon our homeland, Jamaica. In the aftermath, thousands of homes were destroyed, lives, pets, and livestock were lost, and dreams and hopes dashed. Resilient as we Jamaicans are known to be, our brothers and sisters on the island need our help now. To this end, the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, OJLDF, has launched its official fundraiser. Please donate generously at OJLDF.net. We are depending on each and every one of you to get the most needed supplies to our people at home. Go to OJLDF.net. That's OJLDF.net and hit the donate button today. Thank you.